Live from the Daily Cox Gymnasium, Max 98.3 Sports is proud to present the TCU BiCounty in its 58th season. Hi again, everyone. Tony Ross, along with Mark Hayden and Doug Griffith and our wonderful friends at LVH1. And we'll tell you who they are throughout the entire broadcast because they're sticking with us for 2 games tonight. It's the girls' semifinal round here at the Daily Cox Gymnasium. Our first game is going to be a good one as Bremen takes on New Prairie. Bremen comes in with a record of 6 wins and 2 losses. They finally stopped a losing streak of about 6-7 games with a win against Triton in what some thought that ended up being an upset win, considering where Bremen was coming from. And then you got the Lady Cougars. They're winners of 3 in a row, playing some really good basketball. They took care of John Glenn in the first round of the BiCounty on Tuesday night at John Glenn. Our second game will feature 10-9 Argos going up against 13-6 LaVille. That's going to be a dandy as well. So, gentlemen, we got a great night of basketball coming up here on Max 98.3 and our good friends at LVH1.
Yeah, this is a great time of year. This tournament is just outstanding. It's well run. This gym will be packed 2 nights in a row once we get things rolling, and a lot of good athletes, a lot of good scenarios coming up, and looking forward to broadcasting this.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing Bremen and New Prairie here in this opener tonight. New Prairie's a team that's got 4 players averaging in double figures. Always tough to beat a team multiple times in a single season. Obviously, they did that the other night, getting past John Glenn, and now they've got the same task ahead of them with Bremen's Lady Lions. So be interesting to see how this plays out tonight.
This New Prairie Cougar team has 4 studs that have played together since they were freshmen this year, and Morgan White, Jaden Flagg, along with Eva Dodds, and you can throw in Kaylee Hoggart in there as well. This is a New Prairie team, because of their experience, has had a very successful season offensively, but sometimes their defense has lapsed, and therefore that's when it's turned into losses. Tonight they got to play 4 quarters of basketball if they want to try to revenge an earlier season loss.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting just to see the give and take and see what new wrinkles they might want to be throwing in. But, Bremen's scoring 43 a game, but they're also giving up 50 a game. And the Cougars are scoring 56 a game, which is a good number for a high school girls team, and they're giving up 46. So just interesting. There's going to be some take. The foster girl for Bremen has got her average up to 13 points a game, and like to see her confidence. I'm sure her confidence is up a lot more than what we saw earlier in the year. But, she's a good player for Bremen, and Bremen's got some kids around her. The Moyer girl, the Grubbs girl can also score, and we can see them get a little bit feisty, and anxious to see New Prairie for the first time. But I know last year they handled John Glenn. We saw that game. So, interesting competition tonight.
Yeah, and Bremen has great history in this BiCounty tournament. It always seems to be the Lions have something to say who's the team to advance on Saturday and play for the championship. Of course, they snapped that long losing streak with the win over Triton the other night, and before that they hadn't won since that December 9th game against New Prairie. And you look up and down New Prairie's schedule, Tony and Mark, and with some of their losses, I mean, to Marion, who's all-world, and obviously out of the stratosphere is South Bend, Washington. Elkhart they lost to, and then they lost to South Bend Adams in overtime. So I think we're really going to see a good one, to start us off tonight, and I think we're going to see incredibly competitive game in the second one.
Yeah.
In the second game, where those 2 teams are just going to get after each other, LaVille and Argos, and really fight to the bitter end.
All right, our pregame show has officially begun, and it's presented by our good friends at Paladin Legacy Advisory Group. Unsure about your financial future? Call Rodney Jacobs, your local wealth advisor at Paladin Legacy Advisory Group today, located at 401 East Jefferson Street in Plymouth. This is the 58th annual TCU BiCounty basketball tournament on Max 98.3 and LVH1 video. Earn cash back while spending money with TCU Debit MasterCard. Visit tcunet.com/cashback for more details or learn about debit card terms and conditions. When we come back, we'll get you ready for the injury report, and that's next on Max 98.3.
McDonald's restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's. you having a party but don't have the time to make all the food necessary? For big or small events, contact Hoosier Food Services. They're also part of Bob's Cafeteria Food Truck Catering. You want to treat your employees for lunch? Let Bob's Cafeteria Food Truck take care of it. Visit HoosierFoodServices.com for your catering menu. You can pick up or they can deliver. Each event can come with their professionally trained staff to assist you in the day's event. Hoosier Food Services are proud to feed our troops all over the United States. Stop in at Hoosier Food Services World Headquarters at 610 East Jefferson Street in Plymouth or visit HoosierFoodServices.com for more information.
Welcome back here to the Daily Cox Gymnasium as it's time now for our injury report. Our injury report is presented by our good friends at Hoosier Food Services. Big or small, they cater it all. Hoosier Food Services in Plymouth, proud to feed America's troops all over the United States. Well, good news going into round 2 of the BiCounty. Everybody is healthy for both the New Prairie Lady Cougars and the Bremen Lady Lions. Short and sweet, to the point, which I like with our injury reports. Brought to you by Hoosier Food Services. Big or small, they can cater it all. Hoosier Food Services in Plymouth, proud to feed America's troops all over the United States. And hey, did you know you can score big with low rates TCU Visa Platinum Credit Card? Don't miss out on good play. Apply online today at tcunet.com/credit cards. See TCU Visa Platinum terms and conditions for complete details. It is the 58th annual TCU BiCounty Basketball Tournament, and this is the pregame show presented by Paladin Legacy Advisory Group, and we continue with the coaches who are coming up next.
Printing done, t-shirts made. How about invitations? Don't get them done by the other guys. Keep it local. They call them Bowen Printing right here in Plymouth, serving Marshall and surrounding counties. Bowen Printing, well, we're just not commercial printing. We also offer great pricing on banners, signs, promotional products, t-shirts, canvas prints, posters, custom wedding and graduation invitations. Bowen Printing is also your local FedEx shipping center and can handle all of your mailing needs. Call Bowen today at 936-3924 or come see them at 200 South Michigan Street in Plymouth. Bowen Printing, where service, smiles, and custom creations are what we specialize in since 1943. Culver's Portside Marina handles all water recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has it in stock. From sampan, aqua patio, and sweetwater pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver Portside Marina can help. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 842-5000. Culver Portside Marina.
Welcome back to Courtside, brought to you by our good friends at Marian University's Ancilla College. If you want to become a Charger, log on to their website and find how easy it really is. Hi again, everyone. Tony Ross. Pleasure to welcome Alex Robinson, head coach of the Lady Lions, as they get ready to take on New Prairie in game 1 of 2 here on Max 98.3 tonight. Coach finally got that big old gorilla. Wasn't a monkey. It was a gorilla that was on your guys' back with a nice win over a very tough Triton team.
Yeah, that was a big one for us, especially being able to get it against a team that got us earlier in the year, kind of boost the confidence a little bit heading into this one. But I think this is a team that mentally hasn't wavered. You know, even through a losing streak, I think, you know, we were coming into this tournament in a good place.
You know, and you and I kind of talked about it even on our Saturday mornings. I mentioned to you, and you followed right up by saying, you know, this team's just one win away from breaking the spell. And this is the kind of win that could propel you into better basketball play, especially at an important time like tonight when you're in the second round of the BiCounty.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think we were confident, we believed in ourselves, but sometimes just got to remember what it feels like to win. And, you know, thankfully we got that on Tuesday, and I think we're coming into this game in a good spot.
What were some of the things that you liked that your girls were doing during that game that you felt you can say, hey, carry this over to Thursday night, we're going to be in the same situation?
Yeah, I liked our overall energy and demeanor. You know, our girls always play hard, but I could tell even getting on the bus that we were ready to go. It was just kind of a different level of energy coming into the game. And then that carried over to the court. I thought offensively we were unselfish. We moved the ball really well, got everyone involved. We were balanced scoring. We had more assists than turnovers, which is huge for us. That's one of those things that we like to track, and a lot of times we aren't really close on that one.
Right.
But you know, to see it, and that was earned, so I was really happy to see that.
All right, tonight you're taking on a New Prairie team. They got 4 scores and the experience to go along with it. So it's not going to be the first meeting you had with this particular group. So what's going to take to get win number 2 against them?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this has been the same team for 4 years now. I mean, it's the same guards that started as freshmen, and they brought in, you know, a class below them as well. So, you know, they are an experienced group, and they've got a lot of really skilled, talented players. They can really shoot the ball. They're going to play hard. They're going to get in your face on the defensive side of the ball. So, you know, if we can keep our composure, not let them get comfortable early, And then if we can carry over what we did on Tuesday on the offensive end, just moving the ball, being patient with the ball, and not forcing things when they're not there. I think that's the key for us tonight.
All right, buddy, let's go get a win.
All right, I appreciate it, Tony.
There he is, Coach Robinson, joining us here on Courtside. We'll be back with more after this.
Location, Ancilla College of Marian University. Marian's newest campus location in Plymouth is your home for an on-campus college experience. From living in the dorms to being a collegiate student athlete, Marian University is ranked 3rd most innovative Midwest university by U.S. News and World Report. For more information about our 2- or 4-year degrees, go to www.marian.edu/Ancilla. That's www.marian.edu/Ancilla.
Welcome back to Courtside, brought to you by our good friends at Marian University's Ancilla College. Find out how you can become a Charger by logging on to their website. Coach Lichter joins us from the New Prairie Lady Cougars. And, Amy, I tell you, I love the makeup of this group. I loved them from the beginning of the season with the experiences you had back. How much fun has it been to coach them this year?
It's a lot of fun. It's nice to see their growth over a span of time and how really their team chemistry sets them apart from a lot of groups that I've coached before. The ability to play together and enjoy it is something special.
And of course, those not only just create long-lasting relationships for when they get out of school, but, the fact of the matter is you're having fun this year with this group. Sometimes it's been a little inconsistent, but for the most part, they're playing hard for you still.
Absolutely. I think the one consistency we have had is they're playing hard. Sometimes the ball bounces a couple different ways, and there's a couple details that we forget to take off the bus or bring out of the locker room. And, establishing that consistency now late in the season is what we're really looking to do.
Okay, this is going to be your second crack at Bremen here. So tonight, what's got to be key for you guys?
It's really just come in ready to play all possessions. We had a good first half last time we played them, and then late in the second half we kind of had some silly fouls, turned the ball over, just kind of played outside of ourselves instead of playing within ourselves. So it's going to be key to put 4 quarters together. We know that they're not going to quit. They play hard. They do a lot of really good things, and we have to be able to play our game and hopefully end up on top this time.
Best of luck. Go get them.
Thank you.
All right, Coach Lichter joining us here on the pregame show, sponsored by Marian University and Ancilla College. Back with more in a moment.
Your school, local news, along with sports and current events. With a subscription to the Pilot News, we bring you everything you need to know right at your fingertips.
1 2 1 2. Guys, will you talk real quick?
Yes, what would you like me to talk about?
Just getting the volume.
Hello, Tony Ross, you stellar-looking individual.
Okay. I love hospitality room at BiCounty. It's just like Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Fiber is the fastest internet around. New technologies developed each day to digitize much of our daily
Okay,
routine.
that was good.
But over time, adding devices
So was
to
hospitality
the home
room.
Yes, it was.
slower connections. With a gigabyte internet, you'll be ready for anything.
It was outstanding.
Marshallfiber.com or call or text at 574-223-2191 to see if Marshall County Fiber is available in your neighborhood.
Time now for our keys to the game, and they're brought to you by our good friends at Oliver Ford, Lincoln in Plymouth. At Oliver Ford, get your keys to the new vehicle that you've been looking for at Oliver Ford, where we tip our hat to you. Hi again, everyone. Tony Ross along with Mark Hayden and Doug Griffiths. It's our keys to the game presented by Oliver Ford. Gentlemen, when we talk about keys to the game tonight, we'll start here with this New Prairie Lady Cougar squad under third-year coach Amy Litka. The experience has really shown at times for this particular group. It's been close but no cigar, especially in the BiCounty tournament. Tonight, they just got to finish 4 quarters.
Yeah, consistency is what Coach Litka was talking about. They've got some kids that can score the ball. They've got great team chemistry. And, anytime you get in a game like this, always defense is important.
Well, and you heard Coach Litka there say in the previous meeting they did some atypical things in the second half, and that led to them losing that contest. So they just have to stay within themselves and do what they do best. And at the same time, we've talked off air to some people that follow New Prairie, and this team, if they want to win the BiCounty tournament, they got to ratchet it up on the defensive end. We all know, looking at the statistics, that they have scores. And now the big question is, and we'll see if they can answer it over, obviously tonight, but if they are fortunate enough to advance, if they can answer that, are they good enough defensively to win a championship?
Tonight's another thing that's going to happen, and that's get off to a good start by this New Prairie squad. They got the marksmanships, the girls that can really shoot the ball well, and we talked about them already, and Eva Dodds, Jolie Johns, Jaden Flagg, Morgan White. They've been a four-headed monster all season long offensively, but, it's about the defensive effort that's going to determine. But here again, you want to make sure they're still solid on the offensive side of things.
Yeah, exactly, and that's going to depend a lot on what Bremen tries to take them out of. It'll be interesting to see how much ball pressure they put on New Prairie and just to see how they handle the pressure that Bremen's going to throw at them.
And anytime you talk about scores, if the ball's going in the basket, it makes for a very good evening. But
Christmas time.
You guys know better than anybody, shooting's contagious. And if the shots aren't falling, sometimes you can have an effect throughout the whole team. So it's one of the things I'll be watching is if some of those shots go down early, obviously it'll be a good sign for New Prairie. And if they don't go down early, does it become contagious where the players start believing, wow, this isn't our night, there's a lid on the basket?
Well, the last 7-game losing streak the Bremen Lady Lions were on happened back in 2014-15 season. They finished that year 13-12, and that was under then head coach Sean Hill. Alex Robinson on the Saturday Coaches Show, if you folks had a chance to listen, and we highly encourage you to do every Saturday morning, he said, we've played close, but then we've made the one mistake that just takes away all the momentum, and next it's like the air being let out of our balloon. They finally played a complete four-quarter game against a Triton team who's very good, and they got the win to get to this second round here tonight. This is a very good Bremen team. It's just sometimes they just turn on the hot and cold faucet a little too much.
Yeah, basketball is an emotional game, and if you aren't emotionally ready for the ups and downs, and it's basically just the next play. Just forget about what happened. Let's go on to the next play. So mental toughness, intensity is what it's going to take tonight here for Bremen against New Prairie.
And, Tony, you talk about that losing streak. Let's be fair. Bremen's schedule was absolutely brutal in that stretch, playing South Bend, Washington, Central Noble, Penn, Northwood. We knew that'd be the toughest part of their schedule, and it turned out to be. But, like Mark said earlier in our pregame, they've got Foster going now, and, that's an awfully good sign because I think it's a Lion team that without question will feed off of her. And I think one of the big keys are, you look at her, how well she shoots free throws. She's got to get to the foul line a lot tonight.
Well, Kyla, just following her older sister's footsteps, and, Elia, who ends up now the program's leading scorer in Lady Lion history. Kayla has so much of her sister in her, and please don't tell her sister, Kyla, that because she'll deny it vehemently, but she's just such a tremendous young athlete that when she gets in her zone, it's much like her older sister was. It's tough to break her out. And then it becomes even tougher to defend her because she gets hungry. And I think tonight, that's why we've been able to see over the entire season, Kyla put up some very impressive numbers this year. 32 against Jimtown. She's been in the 20s a handful of times this season. She's very athletic like her older sister. She shoots well like her older sister from anywhere, not afraid to shoot the ball, period. And you got to have that, that kind of player to be as successful as she is when shooting the ball.
Yeah, let's give her a little bit of a break. She's a sophomore, and, the first game we saw this year, she just, a new role for her with Big Sis not being around, and she's expected to carry the load a little bit offensively. And she just didn't look ready to do that, and that's okay because she's probably a 15-year-old kid trying to figure all this out. And now she's this far into a season, her numbers are up, she's playing confident, so I'm anxious to see how she's going to handle this tonight.
And that game Mark referred to, if you remember, things weren't going her way in that game, and her shoulders started to slump, body language wasn't the best. But again, she's a young player learning the game. And I think I'll be excited to see tonight. It seems like she's turned that corner. And at the same time, we shouldn't go without, mentioning Moyer. She's another one that gets to the line a lot. Between her and Foster, they've shot more than half their free throw attempts. So, again, those are definitely two players to watch for Bremen, not only when they have the ball, in the open court, but, can they get to the foul line? Because if they get to the foul line, it's a good guess that they're going to knock those down.
Well, the Lady Lions, they are 63rd ranked in 3A, 216th overall in the state with the 121st toughest schedule. Their opponent tonight in New Prairie, 35th ranked in 3A, 132nd in the state overall, and with the 223rd toughest schedule that they are playing. It's round 2 of the 58th annual Teachers Credit Union BiCounty Basketball Tournament on the girls' semifinal round on Max 98.3. Our next game will feature Argos and LaVille right after the conclusion of this one. So we've got a lot of basketball that's coming your way. We'll be back with more. The Paladin Legacy Advisor Group pregame show after this 30-second timeout.
You look great pulling up to the next Plymouth Pilgrims game, whether it be varsity football, basketball, or tennis. The friendly folks at Oliver Ford Lincoln have the pre-owned vehicle that you've been looking for. We've got cream puffs, pampered and polished. Also, one-owner executive vehicles driven by the boss of the firm. We call that a brass hat. Plus, you'll get a cash offer and we'll buy your used car outright. For a great pre-owned vehicle at a great price, now is the time to see Oliver Ford Lincoln in Plymouth.
Well, the TCU BiCounty well on its way as we're already into Thursday, and that means it's the girls' night as we'll have 2 games for you here on Max 98.3. The Bremen Lady Lions since 1977 when the girls' programs started taking shape here at the BiCounty. Bremen remains the defending BiCounty champs after the performance win over New Prairie 52-41. That was a great game. This is a Bremen team that has the most BiCounty titles coming into this year, as they have 14 total. And boy, not only have we seen some great players in the past kind of be part of that tournament, gentlemen, but we're talking coaches like Marty Huber, Chris Cole, and of course, well, got to throw in Alex Robinson. Now he's got 2 BiCounty titles under his belt, so make no mistake about it, this is a team that when you look at them up and down, they know what it's like playing in this tournament and winning games.
Yeah, this tournament brings out the best in everybody, and there are a lot of great area coaches that have played in this tournament for quite a few years. And, a W in this tournament is just about as good as a sectional title, really. This is quite a tournament, and prestigious is the word I'll use.
Yeah, and it's one of the, when the teams, first get together and practices start, without question, it's the top goal every team has in terms of, trying to win a BiCounty championship. And all those coaches you rattled off, Tony, would be the first to tell you their players had a lot to do with them cutting down the nets because coaches' jobs are made a heck of a lot easier, as Mark can tell you, when you've got, the Moes and the Joes. And certainly Robinson's put his stamp on it, but he's had some awfully good players too.
Well, New Prairie's gotten a little taste of BiCounty title appearances themselves, and you have to go back to 2006 to have their one before they appeared last year. They've been able, though, to win 5 titles themselves since they jumped into the BiCounty tournament instead. And then, of course, when you talk about coaches from New Prairie that have really been one of my favorites was Dan Shedd.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Dan has 3 BiCounty titles. Brian Lindorf, Blaine Gamble, they each have a title when they coached. So, yeah, it's been a lot of fun over the years covering this New Prairie team in the TCU BiCounty. All right, when we come back, we're going to get you ready for the starting lineups, and we'll get to it right after this 1-minute timeout.
Tonight's starting lineup, we ask everyone to please rise. If you're able, gentlemen, kindly remove your caps as we honor America and those that defend our country each day with the playing of our national anthem.
The fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
Has the cost of your printing company handcuffed you financially? Are you tired of them missing their deadlines? Well, that's why TCP in Plymouth has your solution. This third-generation company since 1959 has now locked out their competition with a new digital printing unit called the Savin Digital Press. This digital printer has revolutionized the printing industry and is now at TCP in Plymouth. They can do 4-color printing on anything from business cards, short-run brochures, pocket folders, to posters. And right now, TCP wants you to bring in a competitive quote, and they'll match or beat that price. Call TCP at 936-9505 to change your business look. TCP, changing the printing industry one satisfied customer at a time.
Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by our good friends at Coca-Cola Bottling of Plymouth. Making a difference, refreshing the world one drink at a time. That's Coke. Here's Scott Shear.
First, for the New Prairie Cougars, a 5'9" junior, wearing number 2, Macy Ernsberger. A 5'8" senior, wearing number 4, Eva Sky Dodds. A 5'9" junior, wearing number 10, Jolie Johns. A 5'5" junior, wearing number 11, Jaden Flagg. And a 5'9" junior, wearing number 33, Morgan White. The Cougars are coached by Amy Litko. And now let's meet the starting lineups for the Bremen Lions. A 5'6" sophomore, wearing number 10, Kyla Foster. A 5'9" junior, wearing number 12, Michaela Shively. A 5'9" junior, wearing number 13, Chloe Miller. A 5'11" senior, wearing number 14, Katie Moyer. And a 5'7" freshman, wearing number 21, Eliana Grubbs. The Lions are coached by Alex Robinson. You said Ava?
So we are ready to go here as we welcome you to the Dale A. Cox Gymnasium. Tonight's tip-off is brought to you by our good friends at Absolute Plumbing and Heating, your official York brand dealer. Don't get left out in the cold. Get your furnace checked before it's too late. Call the professionals at Absolute Plumbing Heating now at their new location on Western Avenue in Plymouth. All right, the New Prairie Lady Cougars are decked out in their white uniforms. And Bremen, they are in their road greens. And we are about ready to get this one tipped off. It'll be Jolie Johns, the 5'9" junior, going up against Katie Moyer. Moyer, a 5'10" senior. And the first game of 2 here tonight for the 58th annual TCU BiCounty basketball tournament is now on their way. Tip is up, and it's going to be controlled by Bremen. And they'll be going right to left on your radio dial. Mickey Shively was able to grab that ball, and now it's into the hands of Grubbs. Liliana's going to pull the ball back out. Now at the top of the key to Shively again. Shively looking over to the corner. That's caught, and the 3 ball is up by Miller. Good! Miller coming off a 12-point performance in the game against Triton. Gets the Lady Lions a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, 2-3 zone by New Prairie, just failed to get the corner. Foster knocking the ball loose.
And New Prairie is able to recover as Flagg ended up traveling with the basketball. They got the wrong score on the board here, and hopefully we'll get that corrected in just a little bit. It's 3-0 Bremen. They have 3-0 on New Prairie, so just to give you a little bit of an idea.
Nerves for everybody.
That's right.
Getting the rust out.
Grubbs to Shively. Shively pulls the ball back out. She'll run it to the right side with a dribble, down to the corner. Grubbs again, this time pulls it back out. Now Grubbs wants to attack the baseline. That's denied. Dumped it off to Moyer. Moyer curls to the paint. Turns, kicks it back out. A 3-ball by Grubbs on the way. Off the rim and no good. Tipped around. New Prairie grabs. And Dodd's able to outlet. And to bring it up on the far side is Morgan White. She goes in strong. Her layup no good. And a rebound back out. Dodds wants to drive into the paint. Kicked it to an open wing. Back out it comes to Dodds. A 3 on the way. No good. And a rebound taken by Bremen. So with the Lions leading 3-0, 6:43 and counting left to go here in the opening frame.
There, they got it right.
Grubbs at the top of key near the back volleyball line. Skipped it to the corner. Got by one defender. Caught by Miller, but no shot. Now it's Shively to the far wing side. Foster's first 3. Good! Kayla Foster, a 30% shooter from outside, makes it 6-0 Bremen.
Yeah, both those 3s by Bremen were pretty much uncontested.
A layup attempt just missed there by Ernsberger, and back the other way, the Lady Lions come off the rebound. So Bremen up by a 6-0 tally, approaching 2 minutes into this first period. Moyer, nice step through to the low volleyball line. Couldn't hit the short J, and the rebound taken by the Lady Cougars. Outlet it to Dodds. Dodds goes in right side with a layup. Score! Nice bucket by Dodds. Eva averaging 11 points a game for New Prairie. That's her 192nd on the season. Shively wants a 3-ball, and that's going to go off the back of the rim. Nice board by Foster, but then she had it swiped away from her, and it's taken by Johns, and New Prairie goes back the other way. It'll be flagged to bring it up the left side. Now worked over to White to the top of the key to the flag again. She attacks, dumps it down low, a bank shot up and score. As Jolie Johns, the 5'9" junior, completes. And just like that, it's a 2-point difference. 6-4 Bremen.
Sorry, Tone. You reach on defense and let your man by you. That just broke the defensive pressure down by Bremen. Easy layup.
Moyer wants to go up strong, and she will. And a nice answer back by Bremen makes it an 8-4 contest. So the New Prairie Lady Cougars down 4 in this possession. And flag looks the back door. Found her mark in White, and Morgan scores. Good cut by White there. And so now it's a 8-6 affair.
Yeah, just a backdoor pass for an easy layup.
Moyer cuts through to the right side of the paint to catch a pass.
Nope.
Then she makes a bad pass. Stolen away there by Dodds, or scratched that Ernsberger, but then on her way down the court, caught from behind and knocked out of bounds by one of the Lady Lions.
And guys, New Prairie missed their first 3 shots, and now they've hit their last 3, and that's why they only trail by 2.
Yeah, Shively did a nice job getting back to knock that away and prevent the layup.
All right, it'll be Ernsberger. Top of the key, a 3 on the way. No good as it goes in and out of Johns. And the rebound will be taken by Bremen.
A lot of open looks for both these teams. Not a lot of defensive pressure on the shooters. Let's see if that's going to adjust.
Lady Lions running the offense. Driving in left side, Moyer again. And this time she finishes with the left hand. 10-6 Bremen. Back comes New Prairie in a hurry. White for 3. Bingo! And just like that, that home run cuts it down to 1. 10-9 the score.
Defense optional.
Got that right.
So bringing it up on the near side is Grubbs. Picks up her dribble to the middle. Moyer skipped it all the way to Shively. She sets up for 3. Again, off the back of the rim, no good. And the rebound, there's Moyer, and she draws the foul. Stops the clock at the 3:53 mark of quarter 1. As we look at the replay, it's a great board there by Moyer, and that's what she brings to the table, isn't it?
Yeah, she's a strong rebounder. Look for her to have a big game if they don't put a body on her inside.
So Moyer to the free throw line. We'll get ready to fire it up, and that is good. So that makes it a 11-9 Lady Lion advantage. Moyer has had a really good year, considering. More from the free throw line than anything else, where she leads the team shooting the charity stripe shots at 71%, knocks down both here, and 12-9 your score. So here's a cut by Flag, and that gets deflected away by the Lions, and the whistle sounds and a jump ball gets called here. And so the alternating possession will stay with New Prairie.
Yeah, that initial pass went into a lot of traffic. Unfortunate New Prairie gets the possession on the jump ball.
Play back underway. It deflected. Shively gets a nice steal. 2-on-1 the other way with Foster. Can she finish? No. She's blocked from behind by a hustling Macy Ernsberger, and the junior swatted it out of bounds for New Prairie.
Great hustle by Ernsberger to knock that down. Otherwise, that's an easy 2.
Did a great job getting downfield, and just an excellent hustle right there. There's a lead underneath, turning, firing. Grubbs, and she had to go off the rim, no good. Grubbs got it back on a deflection, flourished it up and drew a foul. Good no-quit there by Bremen's Eliana Grubbs, the 5'7" freshman.
Yeah, Grubbs and Foster both in there. Shortest kids on the floor battling for that rebound.
So the clock stops at 3:28, and at the free throw line is Grubbs. And Grubbs, normally a good free throw shooter. This season, just been a rough go for it. 38% coming into tonight. The second free throw, that one's good. So she hits 1 of 2, making the score 13-9 Bremen. 3.5 left to go here in the first. There's a lob down low that was intended for Johns, but the pass got deflected away by Bremen out of bounds.
Yeah, New Prairie obviously trying to push the ball up the floor. They've been 2 or 3 times right in front of us, just a couple passes.
Quick inlet to Ernsberger, but she can't put it in. And the rebound taken by the Lady Lions. Moyer, look at her bust her tail up the court. Great work. Now she's going to get through some traffic from the arc, and then she just threw away a bad pass, trying to find Shively, picked off by the Lady Cougars. And now Morgan White the other way, spots up for 3, hits the front of the rim, no good. And a nice board by Miller. Then she's stripped of the ball by Ernsberger, and it's going to go off of Bremen. Well, that's some good hands by Macy Ernsberger there, the junior, who swatted it out of bounds right out of Moyer's hand, Miller's hands.
Third time now that New Prairie's just hassled the rebounder, and they haven't secured the ball.
Coming out to catch the ball is Johns to the far wing side. A 3's lofted up, and that's going to be off the mark. And Dodds let it go. Nice rebound opportunity and fouled from behind on the play is Jaden Flagg, the 5'5 junior.
Chloe Miller just not able to handle that ball. Easy rebound right to her, and she just let it slip through her hands, and then she fouled in frustration. That's her first foul.
All right, so to the free throw line will be New Prairie's Jaden Flagg. The junior fires up the first one too hard. Jaden this season 84% from the line, so you just saw a rare miss by her. 2:51 left to go here in the opening frame. First of two here tonight in the second round of the girls BiCounty basketball tournament, sponsored by TCU. The second free throw, that one's no good either. So the score remains 13-9, and the Lady Lions will bring it up with Grubbs having the ball. She'll cross the timeline, come to the near side of Shively. Shively will dribble to the right side. Kind of lost handle for a little bit. Then she just bullets one to the far wing side. There's that shortstop arm of hers. Now Grubbs tried to skip it across. It got deflected by Hyde out of bounds. So it's going to stay Bremen ball. Clock stops at 2:33, 13-9. Bremen with the advantage. The inbound will be right in front of the New Prairie bench to our left. Kyler will get into the hands of Grubbs. Ileana is going to take the right side of the paint. Spin toward the middle, float it up and score. That's a freshman right there making that move. 15-9 Bremen.
Yeah, got away with the carry, but it counts. There's another foul on the outside by Bremen. This one's against Shively.
So Mickey getting a little too handsy there, trying to make a stop. Clock stops at 2:19, and an inbound coming up for New Prairie.
Yeah, watch these wing kids run down the floor for New Prairie. They're getting down there fast, and that first pass hits them, free throw line extended.
Bad pass broken up by Bremen. They read that inside pass coming. Shively winds up with it, and then the timeout's called by Coach Robinson, feeling the fact that maybe a little bit of pressure was starting to crumble a little bit. But with this timeout, we'll take it. It is 15-9, Bremen with the lead. 2:11 left to go here in the first. You're listening to the 58th annual TCU BiCounty on Max 98.3 and watching it on our LVH1 friends. And we'll come back and get ready for more first quarter action after this.
First Federal Savings Bank offers a wide variety of products and services for their customers, such as simply free checking, mortgage lending,
Florian.
commercial lending, financial services through LPL
Florian.
Financial, and insurance services through First Federal Insurance Services. We don't want to be the biggest
Florian.
bank, just the best. First Federal Savings Bank is a FDIC insured and equal housing lender.
He needs to make sure he can see that.
$39.99.27. Products offered through LPL
He just needs
Financial
to see
and
it.
Federal Insurance Services are not bank products.
Yeah, that's fine.
They're not FDIC insured and may lose value.
Welcome back to Daly Cox Gymnasium. A quick corner jumper by Miller is going to go down, and we got under 2 minutes left to go in the first, and just like that, 17-9 in favor of Bremen. So New Prairie will be back in offense here. Flagg has it in their possession. Jaden wants to attack the right side, stopped in her tracks, needs to find an outlet. There's Hoggard. Now to the cutter down low, Ernstberger to the left elbow, jumper Dodd, bingo! Good ball movement as Jolie Johns ends up getting the bucket there. Jolie Johns, right-handed shooter, coming in, averaging 10 points a game, 38% from the floor. Here goes a bucket for Moyer. They got her down low. She went up strong, forcing Johns to foul her at the 127 mark.
Yeah, really good move inside. Strong move, too, as White tried to stop her, but just pulled right through her arms.
So Moyer will go to the free throw line for the Lady Lions, who are up by 8 here over New Prairie. Katie Moyer at the charity stripe has struggled this year from the floor at 32%. It's just been that kind of year for the young lady, but she makes it up from the free throw line, obviously. She's hit 7 threes this year, but she's have been equally important on the defensive side of things when the offense hasn't been working for her. New Prairie had a ball deflect out of bounds, and now they'll get an inbound right next to Alex Robinson, the head coach of Bremen.
Moyer's now up to 8 points, Tony.
David Dodds with the ball top of the key, and Shively again getting a little too close and physical there, gets called for a foul.
Yeah, you got to give some room out there and just keep her in front of you, but a little too much body right here at the 10-second line. That's going to put her on the bench with her second foul. Minute 20 to go here in the first quarter, 19-11 Bremen.
Lob out high, taken by Johns. Johns dribbles in, got it into Hoggard. Hoggard turns under the volleyball line, fires a short jumper, missed it. The rebound taken by Moyer, outletted to Grubbs. The Lions will maintain an 8-point lead on this possession as we approach 1 minute left in the first. Grubbs will go to the right side with a bounce pass, finding Miller. Back out it comes once more, and it got deflected over to the top to Foster. Down low it goes to Moyer, who kicked to the corner. Miller and Bremen, good rotation on the perimeter, and a pass winds its way to the near side. Now trying to dribble in. Foster lost the handle, but it deflects to her teammate, and she scores. Emma Kincaid, the freshman, Johnny on the spot there, gets the easy bucket. 10-point advantage for Bremen now as New Prairie on offense. Here's a kick to the top of the key. Dodds wants to drive in, stop there. Needs to find at the low box area, and a nice job getting free. And now firing is Johns, and the three misses. It gets deflected out of bounds, and that's touched by New Prairie.
Yeah, pretty good defense that time by Bremen. The zone down here by New Prairie, just not getting any pressure on the ball, and Bremen able to dribble, penetrate, pass over the top on skip passes, and get some really good looks, leading 21-11 with 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
So, Bremen ball, and there's a pass that finds the top of the key to Moyer, who was going after it, but in her way was Ernsberger, and Ernsberger's going to get called for the Bremen foul.
Yeah, you get her the ball in the middle. She's going to the basket, I can tell you that.
So it'll be Foster to inbound here. The 5'4" sophomore will get it into Grubbs. Ileana, a 5'7" freshman. Now over to Foster, a three. Couldn't find the mark, and the ball is saved by New Prairie. And Ernsberger did a good job finding her mark. And now here's Flagg trying to get a shot away with 3 seconds, and it got blocked. And Bremen will have it. And the last second shot is not going to work out for Bremen. And we have completed 1 quarter of basketball here from the Daly Cox Gymnasium. 21-11, Bremen with the lead over New Prairie. We're back after this 1-minute timeout.
Not sure about that shot by Bremen there. Thought they were going to hold it.
And in Bourbon. If you're looking for a quick and delicious dinner for the entire family to enjoy, look no further than a Bourbon Street Pizza location near you. Since 1879, Johnson Danielson Funeral Home has been part of the Plymouth community. Its staff is committed to providing care that goes beyond the expected, serving today's families who call Marshall County their home. Jim and Terry Weldon, along with a professionally caring staff, remind you to check out the website.
Hey, write down your kids' names.
During services, while paying our final respects to our loved ones is a top priority. So is keeping family and friends that attend safe. Johnson Danielson Funeral Home in Plymouth, committed to serving families with dignity and respect.
It's a 10-point advantage for the Bremen Lady Lions as we get ready for the start of the second quarter. Our TCU BiCounty basketball tournament brought to you by TCU BiCounty. Score big with low rates at TCU Visa Platinum Credit Card. Don't miss out on the good play. Apply online today at tcunet.com/credit cards. See TCU Visa Platinum terms and conditions for complete details. Kayla Foster gets another bucket, and that gives the Lions a 24-11 lead. Here's a shot up that's going to be missed and recovered by Hoggard. Forced to pass. It's loose on the ground, recovered by New Prairie. Here's Dodds going in from the elbow, knocking down a jumper. Ava Dodds, averaging 11 points a game, a 38% shooter from the floor, the best three-pointer on this team, and she's yet to take I think she's taken 1-3 for New Prairie. Here the other way is a bank shot up and going to be missed by Kincaid. And the rebound comes to the Lady Cougars, trying to cut into this 24-13 deficit. Going in left side, throwing up a wild shot was Dodds, and that's going to draw the foul on Bremen.
Yeah, just good hard attack. Bremen reaching in a little bit and gets called for the foul. Dodd at the free throw line now, shooting 71%. And Tony, the first possession in that quarter, Bremen worked the ball around inside and out, found Foster in that same spot where she nailed that first one.
So the first free throw is up and missed by Dodds. This New Prairie team coming into the second round of the TCU BiCounty, hitting 67% from the charity stripe. Second free throw rolls in. And so now you got a 24-14 affair.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the Cougars to change their defense a little bit. And looks like now they're going to go man-to-man.
So it's Kincaid stopping at the free throw line, dumping it to the cutter. That's Foster. She lays it in. Well, that's a good basketball play there by the Lady Lions. And so now we got a 26-14 score. And now a pass that ends up intended for the post spot gets thrown out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a really good adjustment on that first possession when Cougars go man-to-man to run that little motion offense and find Foster for that easy layup.
Foster now with 8 points, 2 triples in the game.
So here we go. Back come the Lady Lions. Moyer gets tripped up on a drive toward the basket, and it's going to be Ernstbarger that's going to get called for the foul.
Yeah, I think that's going to be her second foul.
Yeah, that is her second.
So that's the second, as the boys mentioned, and the team fifth for New Prairie. Bremen inbounds in front of the Cougar bench, and it's taken by Grubbs. Goes to the right elbow, to the corner now. Kincaid wants a three, and that's going to go off the rim. Tipped around, and it's saved to Kincaid on a great effort by Foster. Then the ball deflects back to her, and Moyer now winds up with it at the top of the key. Great effort by the Lady Lions.
Tell you what, Bremen's winning all the 50-50 balls so far tonight.
Moyer hops into the lane, kicks it back out. Now Foster wants to dribble in, and Kyla's pass just connected over to Miller, who then finds Grubbs, and Grubbs says, I want a three, and she'll watch the air ball land in New Prairie's possession. Jolie will get it to the right wing side. Running the offense, Jaden Winters, and now to the left wing, there goes Dodds with a shot, no good. Rebound, it's taken back by New Prairie again. Johns battles with Foster for it, and a jump ball whistle is blown. Clock stops at 5:52 remaining here in the second.
And New Prairie ball.
So they will get back and have an inbound left of the basket here. They're trailing 26-14 to the Bremen Lady Lions. Round 2 of the 58th annual TCU BiCounty. The boys will be tomorrow night, and we'll be here on the official voice of the BiCounty. Max 98.3. Here's a three ball launched by White. Off the mark to the right. And the rebound comes back to New Prairie. Up strong, Jolie, and she's going to draw the foul.
Yeah, Chloe Miller.
Jolie Johns really fighting hard underneath, and she may not be the biggest girl on that court, but boy, she's fighting like a tiger.
Johns to shoot 2.
Yeah, Bremen now I think has 3 people with 2 fouls, so need to sort of pay attention to that stat.
I should say Cougar instead of a Tiger, because she is a New Prairie Cougar.
Same family.
And the free throw is going to be off the mark to the right. I know I see him a lot in zoos, so hey. Second free throw coming.
New Prairie leaving some points at the free throw line.
Couple of dribbles by the right hand and shooting Jolie Johns. And now she'll fire. And that one's no good either as it stayed out. Good board by Katie Moyer. Now she's harassed by Ernstberger, but got the pass off to Grubbs. Led ahead right side to Shively. Shively playing with 2 fouls. Bullets one to the near corner. Good grab by Foster on the short hop. Down low it goes to Moyer, and then she lost it off her leg. New Prairie gets the deflection, and then a deflection to midcourt finds White, who then led it ahead for a attempt for the Jolie Johns, and she could not finish.
Looked like some pretty good contact and a no call on that.
Bremen back the other way with Shively. Shively looking inside, goes to the right. Grubbs. She's now going to get marked up defensively. Shively to Kyla. Kyla Foster gets it back out one more time to Shively again. Shively with a pass fake, and can't find anybody underneath, so it's out to the right side to Grubbs again. Right back to Shively. Mickey goes to the corner, catch Kyla, 3 on the way, off the rim, no good, and a rebound taken by New Prairie. And a quick outlet finds White on the run on that left side. That's one of the MOs for this New Prairie. When they break, they like going left with Morgan White. This is Flag with the basketball, guarded up by Kincaid. White dribbled, but Kincaid got a hand in, but Flag stays with it. Lobbed it in, nice feed, and Ernstberger scores! Macy with the bucket. Well, that's a nice lead. 53 points on the season now for Macy Ernstberger for New Prairie, and it's back to a 10-point deficit at 26-16 for them. Bremen, in the meantime, gets a pass over to Foster. Her 3 from the right wing, no good. The rebound battled for, and Katie Moore is going to get called with a push from behind, going after a loose ball.
Yeah, 14. Yeah, there's some loose ball fouls by Bremen. That's only her first, but 6 fouls now for Bremen, only 5 for the Cougars. 4 minutes to go here, 26-16. Cougars sort of fighting back in this game after being down 14.
Lady Cougars run the offense, and they start with Johns at the elbow. She spins on Moore, tries to go in. The help side came in the form of Grubbs, and I think it's Grubbs who's going to get called for the reach-in.
Yeah, she could have stood her ground and probably taken a charge, but reached for the ball. It's easy to do.
Well, it won't be a foul on Grubbs after all. It's going to be a foul on Moyer.
That's her second, too.
Wow.
There you see the bump right there on our TCU instant replay on LVH1. So here we go with the free throw coming up for Jolie Johns. Johns eyes, flies, and hits. So the New Prairie Lady Cougars, they get a point, and we'll look for another one. This New Prairie team is 3-4 in games decided by 10 or less points this season. When this team gets hot, they really shoot well. They've shot above their average of 38% 11 games this year, but they've only hit a mark of 5 and 3. Next free throw is going to roll in for Johns, and now it's a 26-18 affair. Bremen brings the ball up. It's Grubbs right now with it. Crosses the timeline. Keeps the dribble. New Prairie sags back. Play half-court D. There's Kincaid lobbing one right side of Grubbs. Good catch. Grubbs takes her man and then goes up with a shot and can't get the 10-footer, and a rebound taken away by New Prairie. Height leads it up the right wing side. Now underneath the left wing, and the shot goes up by Jaden Winters, and she gets fouled, stopping the clock at 3:19.
Yeah, big change in momentum in this game happened when Cougars got out of that zone and gone man-to-man. Since they've gone man-to-man, it's been a few minutes since Bremen's been able to get a real clean look and make a bucket.
So to the free throw line goes Winters, and she'll miss the front end of her free throws. Every instant replay on LVH1 is brought to you by Teachers Credit Union. At TCU, earn cash back when spending money through TCU Debit MasterCard. As that free throw goes down, that makes the score a 26-19 affair. Here's Bremen running the offense, and Mickey Shively went to go cross-court to Kyla Foster on the near corner and overshot her into the New Prairie bench.
Will was open. He didn't even look. He's pretty intent, and he's concentrating on the game.
All right. Play back on their way. 3:07 to counting left to go in the second quarter. 26-19 Bremen. Here's a lead in right side to White. Morgan couldn't hit the short bunny. The rebound deflected. White goes to save it off the new Bremen player and does. Great heads-up play there by Morgan White, the 5'9 junior.
Yeah, another possession chance to get this within 5 points on a bucket.
Here's the lob out. That's going to be grabbed by Ernsberger. And she tried to fit it to White. Nice cut off and win at the spot there by Grubbs. Almost walked. And now a timeout called by Coach Robinson. So with a little momentum, maybe heading in New Prairie's direction. Now Coach Alex calls that timeout for the Lady Lions. They have a 26-19 lead over New Prairie. 2:50 left to go here in the second. This is the 58th annual TCU BiCounty Tournament on Max 98.3.
Stores have banking that can keep up with me?
Yep, we've got something for you.
Business is booming. Can you help me expand?
No problem.
Can First Source help me turn this into my own business?
We're here for you. No matter what kind of banking you need, First Source Bank can help.
First Source Bank, firstsource.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All deposit accounts and credit products subject to approval.
Well, our 58th annual TCU BiCounty coverage on Max 98.3 and LVH1 brought to you by our good friends at Making the Cut Salon. Gentlemen, there's a salon for men, women, and children that's new in Plymouth, and it's called Making the Cut Salon. They specialize in men, children's, and women's haircuts. It's a talented team who knows just how to pamper and provide the best haircut that you'll experience. At 2007 North Michigan Street, right in between Planet Fitness and Kroger, that's Making the Cut Salon. 26-19, Bremen with a lead. Play begins with 2:44 and counting left. Bremen has the ball. Foster tries to dump it off from the right corner, does to Shively. Shively says, I'll just hit the three. And she's off left, and the rebound's going to go out of bounds. Last touch, though, by the Lady Cougars, as Ernsberger could not grab a hold of it.
Yeah, Bremen's been way off on their last 4 or 5 three-point attempts, and that's because there's a little bit of pressure on them now. Early in the game, they got wide open looks, and they were knocking them down.
Shively with the basketball now. She'll bring the ball near the back volleyball line, taken by Grubbs now. She wants to start in on White. Stopped at the elbow and had her pass intercepted. And then Grubbs, in frustration, ends up fouling Lady Cougar, Jaden Flagg, who got the pick in the back. And so Flagg's going to go to the free throw line here for New Prairie. 26-19 as we look here. This was just a little frustration foul you saw on the right side of your screen.
Yeah, Grubbs is just putting herself in some really tough positions with her dribble penetration, and she's getting double teamed and not taking care of the ball.
So the first free throw is down for Jaden Flagg, who's a 53% shooter, which is tops on this team. She's also the team's best free throw shooter at 84% coming into tonight. This free throw's up, and that one rolls in. Now it's a 26-21 affair. So New Prairie has indeed crept back into this game. Grubbs with the basketball. Now working into Kincaid's hands. Finds her cutter. That's Foster. Has to pull the ball back out. On the perimeter, it is with Shively. Shively wants to dart in. Got through. Layup up and draws the foul. Good job by Mickey, understanding that she didn't have a lot to work with, so just decided to take that right side, which was open, and she draws the foul.
Yeah, foul on Jaden Flagg, and that's her first, and just a little reach-in foul on that layup. Fortunate she doesn't get a and one on that one.
So at the line is Mickey Shively, and she's going to hit the rim no good. She stopped her in the hallway, and she told me some good news. She got an offer from Ball State to play softball.
Nice.
So she's not quite sure she's going to go yet, but she's impressed as the free throw is no good. And for Mickey, she plays softball, travel ball, the entire year, and that's even during basketball season. Jolie Johns with a nice finish on the right side for the layup, and the Lady Cougars now down 3. 26-23 the score. Back the other way. Bremen trying to run the offense. And Grubbs skips it across, and it's caught by Shively to the near corner Kincaid. She dribbles the ball hard into the paint, goes in, and got the roll. Good recognition by Emma McCade there, and Kincaid gets it back to a 5-point advantage. Here's an attempt by Johns, no good. Gets it back, goes up strong one more time, lost it, then she kicks it out. And Coach Litka is going to call a timeout here for New Prairie with 1:14 left to go here in the second. We'll keep it here and let you know tonight's game is also brought to you in part by Papa's and Culver. At Papa's, we're more than just a pizza place. We're a family-owned and operated restaurant that's known for their hand-cut steaks, thick chops, off-the-bone tender ribs, fresh seafood, and amazing pasta dishes. So the next time you're in Culver, stop into Papa's on Lakeshore Drive. Hey, I want to also take a moment here to say a special thank you to our LVH1 gang, as we want to say thank you to 8th grader October DeFranco, along with James Carey, a freshman, Andrew Lidville, a junior, and an LV alum from 2017, Kenny Kramer, helping out tonight. So thank you to those gentlemen, and of course it's all possible due to the effort of Mr. Florian, who has just done an exceptional job with the TV broadcasting department here at LaVille High School. Here's a lob out high, taken by Hoggard, who gets to the right side. John tried to creep in, could not. The ball got deflected, but it's regained by White. New Prairie maintains possession. White goes to the corner. 3 balls launched by Flagg, and that's off the mark. And a rebound taken by Emma McCade, but she ends up losing a handle out of bounds.
Yeah, just couldn't get a hold of it again, and that's another possession for New Prairie under their basket, trailing by 5 with 1 minute to go here before half.
So the inbound for New Prairie, and it goes to the corner to White. She sees the baseline from the left side, fouled from behind on her shot, stopping the clock at 57 seconds left to go here in quarter 2.
Yeah, that's on Shively. That's her third, so a little bit of foul trouble now. See if he's going to leave her in or take her out.
So another free throw coming up for White, and she misses off to the right. Well, Morgan White, another one of those kids that have been playing under Coach Litka for a couple of years now, and just a tremendous player, averaging 12 points a game for New Prairie. 35% from the floor, 82% from the line, and 26% from outside. And she's had her fair share of touches in all 3 departments. That free throw goes down, and it's 28-24. So Bremen now will go up the court, holding the lead. 50 seconds left to go here in the half. Grubbs in trouble, is able to outlet. Taken there by Miller. Then her pass left in the air and stolen by Johns. Feeds it to White. She's on the run. Flipped it up, and it rolled in! Morgan White with a nice transition bucket. 2-point difference now with 31 seconds and counting. 28-26 Bremen on this possession. Foster drives in right side, and she's rode like a horse all the way to the baseline, and that's going to end up stopping the clock at 26 seconds on the New Prairie foul.
Yeah, that's going to be 1-1 also for the 82% free throw shooter here. So things tightened up after a 21-11 lead after one. Then Bremen gapped it a little bit more, switched man-to-man. Now they're right back in this game.
Kyla Foster, an 82% free throw shooter on a team that's at 59% overall this season. And Kyla's going to knock down the first one, making it a three-point advantage for her Lady Lions. Here comes the second one. Bingo. So 30-26. 25 seconds left to go here in the first half. And Flagg will get it over to White on the left wing side. Cutting through is Johns. They never got it to her until finally she had to get outside the wing. Then she goes to the elbow to Flagg. Now to the near side. White pops a three with 12. Knocked it down. Morgan White just hit her 28-3 this season. But Bremen has Foster open on the baseline. Oh, she can't hit the short jumper. Rebound taken by New Prairie. A half-court shot falls way short. And we have completed 2 quarters of basketball here in our first game of 2 tonight at the 58th annual TCU BiCounty basketball tournament. It's the girls playing tonight. And coming up next, it's our A&M Home Services halftime show at the Daily Cox Gymnasium. Again, your score, Bremen 30, New Prairie 29. This is a dandy. We'll talk about it when we come back after this 2-minute timeout.
I bet it's just killing you seeing the soft glow just inches away. Someone wants to tell you something or ask you something. Oh, come on, answer it already. Just so we're clear, that wasn't my fault. Next time, ignore your inner voice. Don't text and drive.
This message brought to you by Burt's Body Shop in Plymouth. We deal with these accidents every day, so for your safety, please don't text and drive.
What do you want to do when you grow up? When we were young, it's a question we are often asked. As we get older, our passions become clearer, our pursuits become careers, and if we're diligent, we begin to plan for the life we want to live. That's why, at Ameriprise Financial, we ask, what's most important to you? Starting with our Confident Retirement approach, your Ameriprise Financial advisor will ask questions that help you arrive at a customized plan that can help you realize your goals today, tomorrow, and throughout retirement. With the right financial advisor, life can be brilliant. Call Ameriprise Private Wealth Advisor Rodney Jacobs with Paladin Legacy Advisor Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, at 574-936-2571. That's 574-936-2571. Office is located at 919 East 9th Street, Rochester, 401 East Jefferson Street, Plymouth, and 511 East Colfax Street, South Bend, Indiana. The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
You have a nice house, but you may want to think about...
I know my roof needs some attention.
A&M did that for me and saved me so much.
Well, I'm going to do gutters and soffits, too.
A&M did that for me, so I'm glad that...
And I'm going to check in a new siding and windows and doors.
A&M Home Services gave me the best quote, so we...
Oh, dang, more rain.
Yeah, your roof is...
Oh, the basement. Every time it rains, I get water.
A&M Home Services can take care of that for you.
I need to get some estimates coming in the fall.
Now, then just hold on. Make one call to A&M Home Services.
He's right. A&M has you covered from roof to basement with top quality products and service that they stand in. With 35 local crews, there's probably one in your neighborhood right now. The website is callamnow.com.
Okay, who is that? A&M Home Services. Got it. A&M Home Services. They have me covered.
Welcome to the A&M Home Services halftime show, brought to you by A&M Home Services. From roofs to basements, we've got you covered with locations in Lakeville and in Plymouth. Hi again, everyone. Tony Ross along with Doug Griffiths and Mark Hayden. We are at halftime, and right now it's a 1-point advantage, 30-29. The Bremen Lady Lions holding on to this lead, but only by the hairs of their chinny chin chin.
Yeah, a little flip-flop, 21-11 lead after one for Bremen. And New Prairie played that real loose zone, and Bremen just picked it apart, got easy shots. Excuse me. And turned around early in that second quarter after Foster made another 3 against that zone, went man-to-man, and they've battled all the way back now where it's 30-29. So 18-9 quarter here for New Prairie, and we got quite a game, and Bremen really looked off after they went man-to-man.
Yeah, and it's hard to believe with just a 1-point lead at the break that Bremen at one time led this game by a dozen. But like you said, Mark, New Prairie changed up their defense and really gave Bremen some fits. And, I thought Bremen, they got doubled up on in the second quarter. New Prairie outscored them 18-9 in that frame. And Bremen really had trouble getting back on defense and transition, where New Prairie had a lot of odd player rushes. And as a result, they lived at the foul line. New Prairie shot a total of 14 free throws in that first half, and I guess Bremen's fortunate they only knocked down 50% of them, or else they'd be behind. And it's a game Bremen's led from start to finish.
Yeah, I wonder if Bremen's going to make that adjustment. Defensively, their transition defense has to get back, and the first thing you got to do is find one of these wingmen for New Prairie that the first pass goes to about free throw line extended, and then they're looking straight up the floor because they're getting down on the wings clear into their side of the floor, and Bremen's not doing anything to slow it down. It's 1-2 passes and sometimes a layup, so be interested to see if Bremen doesn't put a little more ball pressure on the rebounder or pick somebody up here at half court.
All right, you're listening to the Halftime Show, brought to you by our good friends at A&M Home Services. We'll come back, look at some numbers, get you ready for the start of the second half here from the Dale E. Cox Gymnasium, side of the 58th Annual TCU BiCounty Tournament. Back after this, timeout. Ciao, boys.
A volunteer? Teach your grandkids to fish.
Welcome.
Is a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise
Saving that.
Services, LLC. Alden Legacy Advisory Group can help you plan for the life you want today and well into the future. With the right financial advisor, life can be brilliant. Call the Alden Legacy Advisory Group at 574-936-2571. Office is located at 919 East 9th Street in Rochester, 401 East Jefferson Street in Plymouth, and 511 East Colfax Street, South Bend, Indiana. Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, member of FINRA and SIPC.
Absolute Plumbing, Heating, Cooling in Plymouth has become one of the leading service companies in northern Indiana, serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko County since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating, and cooling services. They also handle drain cleaning, water heater repair, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, generators, and much more. And they're the area's only York brand dealer. That's why Michiana has made Absolute Heating and Cooling their one-stop shop for service needs. Locally owned and operated with over 20 years experience in our trade. Visit their website at AbsolutePHC.com for complete service information. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, the area's top York brand dealer. McDonald's restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County.
Hey, Florian.
Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's.
Florian, are you going to do headshots?
Scoot in a little, Doug.
We're gonna after this break, this is our last break, we'll go right into the game. We're gonna go right into the game after our last break here. Okay.
For a great pre-owned vehicle at a great price, now is the time to see Oliver Ford Lincoln in Bremen.
At TCU, you can choose from a wide range.
Welcome back here to the friendly confines of the Dale E. Cox Gymnasium again, everyone. Tony Ross, along with Mark Hayden and Doug Griffiths, and welcoming all our friends on LVH1, who are where you can catch the video stream of the 58th Annual TCU BiCounty Tournament. Guys, we were talking a little bit off the air about what kind of expectations we can have out of this second half. And before we get to numbers, what kind of expectations have to happen here, or what does have to happen here for these two teams?
Well, Bremen's got to find a flow with their offensive man-to-man defense. The Cougars switched early in that second quarter, and Bremen just struggled to score points, only scoring 9 in that quarter, and nothing came easily. And they got to defensively stop the break for New Prairie coming up the floor.
And I thought at times Bremen rushed things on offense. They had, especially as the game went on, they rushed a lot of shots. They need to, I think, settled down. Maybe it was a combination of once New Prairie switched their defenses, they were a little surprised that they had as much coverage on them defensively and didn't have as much room, but they need to slow down a little bit on the offensive end.
Yeah, good point, because those three-pointers, which were going in pretty easily against that zone, now when somebody's an arm length away from you, you're right, you're rushing your shot, and none of them were even close the last half of that quarter.
All right, Doug, you got some numbers for us?
Yeah, we look at the numbers like we said. It's 30-29 with Bremen leading after the Lions led by a dozen. The Lions are led by Foster's 10 points. They got 8 from Moyer. No surprise there. The daily double, if you will, accounted for 18 of the points. And they got 5 from Chloe Miller. And then Kincaid chipped in 4. And then Grubbs had 3 on the New Prairie side. They got double figures already from Morgan White, thanks to that triple she hit late in the second quarter. She has 11 to lead the Cougars. Then Jolie Johns has 8 points. Dobbs has 5, and then with 2 apiece, Flagg and Ernsberger, and then Winters contributed 1 free throw. Like we talked about, free throw shooting was a big story in the opening stanza. New Prairie just 7 of 14 at the charity stripe. Bremen hit 5 of 9 of their freebies.
Well, we're about ready to get this third quarter started here on Max 98.3 and LVH1. We want to say a special thank you to everybody tuning in on both platforms, and we'll be doing this tomorrow night and Championship Saturday as well. It is the 58th annual TCU BiCounty tournament here on Max 98.3 and LVH1, brought to you by our good friends at Teachers Credit Union. You can grow your savings with a share or IRA certificate. At TCU, you can choose from a wide range of high-yield savings certificates with guaranteed returns. You can't go wrong. Visit tcunet.com to get started today. All right, the third quarter begins. Bremen going left to right on your radio dial this time. They run the offense with Shively playing with 3 fouls, having the ball in her hands. She'll go to the right side of Kayla Foster. She just throws a wild pass in the middle, and that's stolen by the Cougars. And so here come the Lady Cougars on the run. It's going to be Dodds kicking to the near side for Johns, and she's going to bust open the near side jumper from about 10 feet away. And just like that, New Prairie takes the lead for the first time tonight.
Yeah, wide open. Bremen not talking, getting back on defense. An easy shot from about 12 feet for New Prairie.
A skip pass overshoots Grubbs, and another unforced turnover by Bremen will give New Prairie a possession, leading by 1.
Yeah, there you go. Ball pressure. That's the continuation from that second quarter. Ball pressure has caused the last 2 turnovers for Bremen, and that's something they've struggled with this season, Tony, averaging 20 a game.
So New Prairie going right to left on your radio dial. This will be Flagg. Dumps it off. Johns wants 3. Knocks down another one from outside, and now it's a 34-30 New Prairie advantage.
Wide open again. Nobody
look out
on her.
if they start hitting shots.
Dodds season high 23 against Wheeler earlier this year. Grubbs hands off to Foster. She'll skip it across. Just found Shively, but good defense by White getting her hand up, and that kind of forced the turnover there. And so the Lady Lions, that's 3 possessions in a row they've given up.
Yeah, that's got to be a 2-hand overhand snap pass, not 1-hand left-hand push pass, because it wasn't strong enough. That's good.
Johns hits another 3 from the left wing. And Alex Robinson says time out. They're going to give her 2 on that one as her foot was on the line. But Jolie Johns comes out hot. And then New Prairie Lady Cougars got themselves a little run going. Look at this 3 here on LVH1, the TCU Instant Replay.
Yeah, just too easy. Wide open again. Anytime you can set rhythm shot, you can knock it down. And that third one, you could tell when she let it go, it was in from this angle. That's why I said it's good.
You're good, man. You are good. Tonight's game also brought to you by Been There, Dump That. We've been a local dumpster rental service in Argos since 2017. We believe in taking care of our community, offering construction, cleanup, hauling services, and trash removal. So when you're in need of trash hauling, stay local with Been There, Dump That in Argos, your residential-friendly dumpsters. Like them on Facebook.
7-0 run here in the first minute, 20 of the third quarter by the Cougars, 36-30.
7-0 run by Johns.
Morgan White almost got a steal on the inbound, and yeah, it's been the Morgan White show to start this second half for New Prairie.
And meanwhile, Bremen hasn't even taken a shot because they've turned the ball over on all 3 possessions.
So the inbound finds Moyer, who then gets it back to Grubbs. Ileana Uses a high screen from Shively, attacks, and then goes up a wild shot. Hits the front of the rim. No, nice offensive rebound by Miller. And Chloe stops the bleeding. There we go. With that
Easy for
bucket.
you to say.
God, apparently. Jiminy Christmas.
We get timeout for you.
There's a 3-ball. Good by guess who? Jolie Johns. As Jolie, she's just right now, everything she's throwing up is hitting. All the second half points for New Prairie goes to Johns. Trying to drive in his Grubbs, forcing up a shot. It goes wide left, and a rebound taken by New Prairie. Battling for it is Flag. She rips it through free. And now it's going to be moved up by Johns. Nice lead into Dodds. Tried to find a pass across the court. Nice read by Grubbs to get it back for Bremen as he jumped the lane.
Yeah, I think an up-and-down game is going to favor New Prairie.
Foster says, I'll take this 3, thank you. And so Bremen gets some big 3 out of that with Kyla Foster.
Raining threes.
39-35 the score. Here's a bounce pass looking for Ensberger. Can she get it back? And the whistle sounds. A jump ball gets called. And the possession error will stay with New Prairie.
Yeah, if she catches that cleanly, it's an easy layup, but she bobbled it, gave Foster time to get in there and tie her up.
So inbound right to the basket here for the Lady Cougars. Caught out high by Ensberger. On her defensively was Miller. Then the double down left the person open, and that was Dodds underneath, and she scores easily. 41-35 New Prairie.
6 for 6, I think, starting this quarter.
Grubbs will give it to Shively, who skipped it across the way. Caught there by Miller. Chloe gets it to Foster. A long 3. Score! And a foul afterwards. The 3-ball will count for Cala. And so now it's 41-38, and the foul on New Prairie will go against 2.
I don't know. That was from the LaVille logo, though.
Let's look at a replay here. And that ends up being a push. Watch it with a better angle here. Yeah, that was just a push right there on the New Prairie defender. But they're not going to call the foul?
Not sure what.
Do they need to look at our replay?
No call.
All right, so no foul called. That works out for the Lady Cougars, but their lead has been cut to 41-38. Trying to dribble in, knowing up strong, and getting rejected was flagged from behind as Foster did a nice defensive recovery.
Had a nice triple stagger for her off the top of the key. She just didn't handle that left-hand dribble. Otherwise, she gets a layup.
There you see the inbound at the west end zone. And here's the long 3 by White. No good. It pops off an arm, and there's Johns, and she'll knock down the short J. Jolie right now has just got the hot hand.
She's in a zone.
43-38, Lady Cougars. Here's Foster for another 3. Knocks it down for the far wing side. We said it. If she starts, hitting her shots, she's a streaky shooter, and she'll score a good handful of points for you when she's hot. As the bet ball gets knocked out of bounds off New Prairie, and so Bremen with a chance to cut in to this 2-point deficit, 43-41 currently.
This is only the first game of a 3-day set.
Yeah.
Look out.
Shively wants a 3. That's going to be short, and a rebound taken away by Ernstberger. And she'll outlet to Dodd, who then leads it up right side to White. White got stopped by Shively defensively. So the Lady Cougars throw it away. Dodd, I don't know who she thought she saw, but that was going to be a steal and a bucket on the layup attempt by Katie Moyer. 43-43 now the score. New Prairie back on the offense. White goes in with a leaner, and she had 2 green jerseys on her, and they foul her. Someone did at least.
Yeah, just sort of forced the contact, but got the call, and 2 free throws coming up for White. Not sure where that last pass was going from New Prairie because it went right to Bremen, who got the layup and tied the game.
So White at the free throw line is going to knock that one down. And that gives the Lady Cougars back the lead at 44-43.
She's got a dozen now in the game.
She's an 82% free throw shooter. That is up, and that is good. They've got 2 80% plus free throw shooters. 4 70 plus free throw shooters on this New Prairie team from the line. Bremen runs the offense down 2 here. Trying to make a move. Miller kicked it back out. Shively Wants to dribble in, and she lost it, got it back, drew a foul. So Mickey will go to the free throw line, stopping the clock at 3:26.
Yeah, that foul's on Johns, her second. Shively at the line for 2, shooting 37%, so see if she can knock a couple of these down.
Michaela fires. That one goes out. Michaela coming off a 10-point win against Triton in the first round of the BiCounty on Tuesday.
She's missed all 3 of her free throws tonight.
Yeah.
Second free throw is on its way. That one missed to the right. Nice rebound and a putback attempt by Moyer. Draws a foul.
Yeah, just somebody forgot to box her out. She got in there very quickly. Fortunate not an and one, but 2 free throws coming up now for Katie Moyer. She's shooting 71%.
Katie Moyer, season high 16 against Triton earlier this season. She's had 7 double-digit scoring games this year, and she's going to miss short with that one.
Boy, we got 88 points in this game with 11 and a half minutes to go. What's the over-under?
Right. Here's the second free throw. Good. So Katie Moyer, who's now above the 600 mark in career points as a Lady Lion, gets the game within 1 for Bremen. Foster almost got a steal on a slow pass. White winds up with it for New Prairie. She darts in. Her floater, no good, off to the right. The rebound battled for. Back with it. John's pocket picked by Foster. Well, someone called the cops on that one. There was some robbery done there.
Look
Here's
out.
Moyer. Oh, she dribbled in, but she got fouled on her way to the bucket. Coach Littke not sure of that particular call off to our left, but that's going to go against Ernstberger, and that is her 4th foul. So that means Kaylee Hoggard's going to have to come in for Ernstberger.
Yeah, all her fouls have been reaching fouls, too, so something she can learn from.
Off the inbound, Moyer hands it off to Foster, got it to the top. Shively reversed it back to Moyer right angle. She takes the one-on-one, got by Hoggard. Finds her cutter, wide open, Grubbs for 2. So the Lions regain the lead at 46-45 with 2:44 to go in the third. Trying to dribble in. Denied flag, kicked out to Dodds, a 3, no good. Rebound comes loose to Johns. She blew a bunny. Hoggard grabbed the miss. It's too hard off the glass. Johns gets it back and draws a foul as she goes up.
Yeah, Tony, you just watch out there. Nobody's putting a body on anybody. It's just who can jump quickest to get to that ball. And that time, New Prairie able to get about 3 offensive rebounds and a putback. Now you got 2 free throws coming up.
So Jolie Johns back at the line. Season high this year, 18 points against South Bend Adams. She's had 11 double-digit scoring games this year for New Prairie, and she's going to knock that one down. That'll tie the game up at 46 apiece.
Yeah, she's knocking these down at 70%, which is a nice rate.
Second free throw about ready to happen. And the right-hander will fire, and good. So that gives the Lady Cougars back the lead, 47-46. And we still got 2.5 left to go here in the third.
She has 22 points, 14 in the quarter.
There's a deflection finding its way to Kincaid. Or is that Grubbs?
Grubbs.
That's Grubbs. She was able to put it in. And now the line's back up top, 48-47. Flag down low to the right block, turning Johns, has to skip it out. White's open. She'll launch a 3 off the rim, and a rebound. Nice box out grab by Shively, and it'll be Moyer to bring it up. She hurries her pace across the timeline. Nope. Stride for stride, Johns. Kick to Shively, long 3, off the rim and out, and a rebound battled for, taken by New Prairie. On the run, Johns again. Doesn't have the number, stopped it, had it blocked, and it was Grubbs who ends up fouling from behind.
Yeah, just try swatting a little bit too of a slap, more or less. Should have just tried to tip that ball away. That's 3 on her.
There's the replay on our LBH1 broadcast. It's a replay brought to you by Teachers Credit Union. Here's a lead down low to Hogger. Bad pass stolen by Grubbs, who was right there in the lane to steal it. Her long pass barely fights Kincaid to Foster, who missed the layup. Kincaid follows up. The freshman fires blocked from behind. New Prairie finally chases it down, and now they'll go in transition right to left. White across the timeline. Pass stolen by Moyer, who read it like a book. 3-on-1 Bremen. Foster, nice pass. Kincaid lost it, got it back to Foster. Right side bank shot, bingo.
Boy, beautiful ball movement in that fast break.
Bremen up 50-47 now with 1:15 left to go in the third. White to the middle. Hoggard had it stripped away. Kincaid off the steal. Bodied off on the play, so she passes off. There's Foster from the free throw line. Jumper good. Kyla Foster with the jumper. Averaging 13 points a game. Coming up big here in the final couple minutes. And timeout has been called. We'll keep it here with 1 minute and 2 seconds left to go in the third frame. It's the 58th annual TCU BiCounty basketball tournament where the Lions have a 52-47 lead over New Prairie.
I got a big smile on my face. How much fun is this? Goodness gracious, up and down, back and forth. Ball's getting tipped, kids making plays, making shots. 52-49 with a minute to go in the third quarter.
Fans are getting their money's worth.
Oh, my goodness.
How about the performances this quarter, guys, from Johns and Foster? I mean, you talk about putting on a show. Foster has 13 points in the quarter.
Wow.
Johns has 14 in the quarter. Johns has 22 for the game. Foster has 23 for the game. What else do you expect in the BiCounty semifinals, right, Tony?
Nope, at least not at the TCU BiCounty. TCU, by the way, they help their members reach their financial goals with services like checking, savings, loans, investments, and more. Visit tcunet.com to get started today. So 52-47, Bremen has the lead. We got 1:02 left to go in the third frame. Thanks for tuning in here to Max 98.3 and watching it on our LVH1 location. Mr. Florian and the LaVille High School Broadcasting Group doing an amazing job here tonight. New Prairie goes right to left on the radio dial where Flag had her pocket pick, but they said that Flag touched it last.
Went off her feet.
Great poke, though, by Kyla Foster to force that to happen.
Cougars are going to be sick if they lose this game because they coughed it up 6 times in this quarter.
Down to 45 seconds left. Lions with the basketball. It'll be Shively getting it over to the right side. Moyer now to Grubbs for 3, and that's going to be short. Chasing it down, Emma Kincaid. Then she ran into a body. She goes down and gets called for traveling. So the clock stops at 32.7 seconds remaining in this third quarter.
Yeah, good hustle. New Prairie's fortunate. Bremen walked after that. They could have got the last shot.
52-47, New Prairie trailing, and now they have the ball. Driving in, Flag had the foul deflect away, steps through some traffic, threw a right that didn't connect, but it was so quick I don't think anybody saw it. White will bring the ball outside the timeline, or I should say the back volleyball line in between the timeline, and now that's going to be a spin move. White with a throw up, no good. Down to 4 seconds, Shively. She gets to half court to the right side, forces up a shot, and that's going to be off the mark to conclude the third quarter play. Bremen Lady Lions started off slow. New Prairie just not able to break away. And we go to the fourth and final quarter in a dandy here, 52-47, Bremen leading New Prairie. The first of 2 games here tonight at the Dale E. Cox Gymnasium. And we've got more of the TCU BiCounty coming up after this 1-minute timeout.
Does First Source have banking that can keep up with me?
Yep, we've got something for you.
Business is booming. Can you help me expand?
No problem.
Can First Source help me turn this into my own business?
We're here for you. No matter what kind of banking you need, First Source Bank can help.
First Source Bank. FirstSource.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All deposit accounts and credit products subject to approval.
Welcome to Marian University's newest location, Ancilla College of Marian University. Marian's newest campus location in Plymouth is your home for an on-campus college experience. From living in the dorms to being a collegiate student athlete, Marian University is ranked 3rd most innovative Midwest university by U.S. News and World Report. For more information about our 2- or 4-year degrees, go to www.marian.edu/Ancilla. That's www.marian.edu/Ancilla.
Lady Lions ball starting this fourth quarter in this girls contest, 52-47, Bremen on top. And the ball's into the hands of Kincaid. Bullets one to Moyer in the paint. Takes the right block, goes and turns and fires a short one. No good. Tipped around, taken back by Foster. Now to Kincaid for 3.
Wow.
Good! Emma McKay. So Kincaid with that 3 ball makes it 55-47 Bremen. And here's a steal by Bremen as they take it away from New Prairie. Moyer up the right side, finds her cutter. Nice lead into Shively. Layup no good, and a rebound taken by the Lady Cougars. Here's a quick outlet to the right side taken by John. She got met up, and her shot slowed down. Worked over to the top of the key to Dodds, who now is over left angle high. Dodds from a Hoggart screen, dribbles right. Now to Johns again. She eludes her defender, pops the three, and hits. She got rid of Shively, who fell, and that left her open, and that three-pointer gets New Prairie within 5.
There's some pretty good three-point shooting going on this half.
Shively bullets one down low to Moyer, left block, turns on a double team, left hand up and out. The rebound taken by the Lady Cougars. Can they cut into this 5-point deficit? It's already up the court left side. Dodge the hugger to boot everybody down, but couldn't hit the bunny. Bremen dodges a bullet, gets the ball back, and now they'll go left to right. It'll be Shively to the far side. Kincaid, shot fake three, baseline drive, then a nice lead to Grubbs, who was open on the weak side for 2. So Grubbs with the bucket makes it 57-50 Bremen.
Really good ball work that time. Good passing, unselfish play by Bremen.
Dodds top of the key. Can't reverse it. Needs to find help there on the cuts. Johns goes in left side. Bodied off a shot, but don't manage to get it up and miss. Shively grabs the basketball, pushes it up left side. Foster a catch and shoot three.
Yep.
He rolls in off the glass. What a shooter's touch there by Kayla Foster. And it's a 10-point advantage for the Lady Lions. Off to the right wing side, handling it. This is Winters. She goes in for the drive, and that gets knocked out of bounds.
You're right. Just a good shooter's touchdown there. That ball hit an odd place on the rim and went up against the backboard and back in, and Foster putting on quite a show. 26 now, I think.
Yeah, she has 26. She has 4 3-pointers in this quarter, this half alone.
Again, her season high, 32. And here's a skip to the near corner for New Prairie. Got down low to Ernsberger, who's playing with 4 fouls, to Winters for 3. No good. Long rebound chased after by Grubbs. Her outlet tipped by Foster to Shively. And we got a reach-in foul, and that's going to be on number 33, Morgan White, stopping the clock at 5:32.
That's a good foul because that was going to be a layup. Bremen had somebody, didn't see who it was all the way down there waiting for it.
So an inbound Bremen. They'll be going left to right on your radio dial. This will be Grubbs with the ball in her hands to the right side, finding Kincaid. Kincaid couldn't take the one-on-one, can't go down low, skipped it across Shively. To the far side, Grubbs. He's inside the arc. Now to the right angle high, leaping in the air with a steal is Ernsberger. From half court, slows down, waits for help. Her trail pass is stolen by Grubbs, who got back and read it. So Grubbs off the steal, a lost opportunity for the Cougars, down 10. Down to 5 minutes to go here in the game, 60-50. Bremen with the advantage. They run the offense. Moyer comes free. Nice lob down to Foster. She lost it initially, had to put it down on the ground. When she did, that cost her a block. And so it goes out of bounds by New Prairie and stops the clock at 4:53.
Nice low block, otherwise that's a layup.
Here's the lob in, taken by Kincaid. Dribbles right through everybody and fouled on the shot. And Ernsberger just fouled out of the game.
Yeah, that's 5 on her. It's going to put Winters right back in the game, and chance for some free throws. 10-point lead for Bremen here. 4:50 to go. Need to play a smart 4:50 here for Bremen, leading by 10.
All right, so shooting the free throws here will be Emma Kincaid. And she'll knock down the front one here. Boy, what a second half Emma's had, huh, Doug?
Yeah, she has 4 points in the second half. She's got 8 on the game.
Second free throw, good. And the Lady Lions now up by 12 at 62-50, and a timeout has been called by New Prairie. 4:50 left to go here in the fourth quarter. It's the 58th annual TCU BiCounty Girls Basketball Tournament. We're back with more after this 30-second timeout.
Basketball or tennis. The friendly folks at Oliver Ford Lincoln have the pre-owned vehicle that you've been looking for. We've got those pampered and polished. Also, one-owner executive vehicles driven by the boss of the firm. We call that a brass hat. Plus, you'll get a cash offer and we'll buy your used car outright. For a great pre-owned vehicle at a great price, now Oliver Ford Lincoln in Plymouth.
Participating advertiser in tonight's 58th annual TCU BiCounty basketball tournament is Swan Lake Resort, home of the Chop House. The fresh hand-cut steaks and hamburgers, and they got specials every night too. So stop at Swan Lake Resort. Okay, play back on their way. It's going to be New Prairie into the near side. Flag to the corner. Dodd a three. Good! Ava Dodd makes it a 62-53 affair.
Big shot.
That's huge. So Bremen back on offense. Grubbs brings it across that timeline. Passes off to the right side to Moyer. Moyer wants to attack and drives into the lane with that spin move. Flipped it up. Do the foul. It'll be a two-shot foul.
That's going to be on Dodds.
So that's number 2 on Dodds. And Moyer will go back to the free throw line.
Yeah, Bremen doesn't want to slow down right now. They still want to put pressure on New Prairie's defense, and nice job getting to the basket, knocking down that first free throw, and everything's going in for Bremen right now, even the free throws.
Moyer averaging 9 a game is going to surpass that as this free throw and the other one went as well. So that makes the Lions lead 64-53.
Like you said, Mark, why slow it down when everything's going in and you're in a good flow?
Yeah.
Well, and again, they're learning how to get back into winning ways after their 7-game losing streak. Dodds tries to go inside, skips it to the right wing, and it's going to be brought out by Flag, just getting it over to White. White pushes off Kincaid, and here comes the jumper by White. Good! 64-55, Bremen.
Yeah, definite push-off, got away with it, knocked it down.
Grubbs will hand it off to Kincaid. Kincaid picks up her dribble, can't find a cutter, so she'll sling it off to the far side to Grubbs again. Liliana now to the top, open. Kincaid, another three, no good. And the rebound's taken by New Prairie. Quick outlet, finds White. Doesn't have the numbers, but she's going to step through to the middle of the floater. Good! Morgan White. Well, that's a big shot.
That's a tough shot, too.
Down to 3:10 left to go in the game.
She's got 17 points now.
64-57, Bremen leading New Prairie. Bremen with the basketball, going left to right on your radio dial. Shively with the basketball. Mickey, one-on-one with White. Mickey pulls the ball back a couple times, inching to the right, now goes to the right. Sees an opening, goes in for the right side, layup and scores! There's that athleticism out of Mickey Shively there. 66-57. Here's a lob pass underneath to Johns, and she stepped out of bounds trying to handle a pass that was too far underneath the basket.
That's a good look, just threw a little too much on line, a little more of a lob, and it's an easy layup.
So a lost possession by New Prairie allows Bremen to add to their 66-57 lead here with 2:35 and counting left to go in the fourth.
Next foul by the Cougars will put Bremen at the bonus, 1-1.
On that left side, it's Moyer. Katie still looking. Puts the ball down, got to the right elbow, and that's it. Back out it comes. Kincaid slings it over to Shively. Left side to Foster inside the arc, goes baseline, kicked it out, and Kincaid was open. Now to Shively. Shively ran right into White, and that's going to be a blocking foul on White. Stops the clock at 2:11.
1-1. Now, with a 9-point lead, maybe a 10 or 11-point lead, if she can knock a couple of these down, now you can slow it down. With 2 minutes to go, you better be ready to make some free throws because New Prairie's really going to have to get after them defensively.
And this is a Bremen team that shoots 59% from the charity stripe, so they're going to have to be extra focused on trying to hit that free throw. No good. Good board by Moyer, and the offensive putback is a score. Katie Moyer makes it 68-57 Bremen. That was just a want bucket right there. Trying to dribble through was Dodd, and she was hand-checked and gets called for the foul under the 2-minute mark.
Yeah, that's about the third time Moyer snuck in there to get that offensive rebound off the free throw. Only the fourth foul by Bremen, so they've got 2 fouls to give here in the last 2 minutes, leading by 11.
The lob finds White. She's on the right angle high. Wants to take on Kincaid. Gave her a little elbow to create some space. And then she went to throw it off a leg because she was going toward the sideline, and she just threw it off a leg all right, but to a green jersey.
Yeah, that's a little frustration.
Yep. Kincaid with the basketball. trying to wheel around to get open, and Coach Robinson recognizing that New Prairie is applying some good defensive pressure, calls the timeout here with 1:36 left to go here in the fourth. We'll take our final break of the second half. It's Bremen 68, New Prairie 57. It's the first of two here tonight. Argos and LaVille is coming up in a little bit on Max 98.3 Sports.
How about this guy, Bremen? Remember, they started the half with 3 possessions straight with turnovers at 2 cents. New Prairie's up to 11 turnovers this half. I don't think Johns has taken a shot in forever.
Yeah. At least not the last 2 minutes.
$39.99.27. Products offered through LPL Financial and First Federal Insurance Services are not bank products, are not FDIC insured, and may lose value.
Doug Griffiths, Mark Hayden, Tony Ross, Jason Mecca back at the Max 98.3 studios, and our wonderful friends from LVH 1 here in LaVille High School, side of the 58th annual TCU BiCounty basketball tournament.
Yeah, New Prairie's going to have to pick up man-to-man everywhere, try to force this game into a lot of turnovers, maybe some free throws.
Bremen has the basketball across the timeline. Worked over, and Grubbs. Nice dump down to Moyer, who was there to help out. Looks like Bremen wants to play keep away. But the early foul by John stops the clock at 1:24. 68-57, Bremen on top.
Yeah, Moyer's shooting 71%. She's knocked down quite a few in this game. Had a huge play just a minute ago on that offensive rebound and putback for 2 points in this 68-57 lead.
She's had 5 double-doubles this year, has Katie, as that free throw goes down. I would imagine she's not quite there yet in the rebound department, but offensively she's been able to do some damage tonight. This free throw, good. 70-57. It's been a while since the Lady Lions have put up 70 points on the board. The last time was against Jimtown on December 1st. Here's a long three, no good. The rebound taken by the Lady Lions. On the floor is Kincaid, and she's just going to cover up and draw a jump ball call.
Yeah, you got a 13-point lead with 1:08 to go here for Bremen. Complete control here for the Lady Lions, and probably their best game of the year, if I say so.
Yep, here's the lead into Morgan White, and she's bumped from behind. That'll stop the clock at 1:07 left to go in this one.
I think that's going to be on Grubbs, and that's her 5th.
Well, the young freshman did have a productive night. We saw that last foul on our TCU instant replay on LVH1.
She's going to be one to watch. She's going to be one of those 6th-year seniors by the time she gets there.
Morgan White offers the free throw, and it rolls around and out. Morgan White this year, her season's high were 13 twice against Bremen in the first meeting between these two, and she had 13 against Jimtown. She's had 6 double-digit scoring affairs this year, too. And that's going to be good. So that free throw makes it 71-57 in favor of the Lions, and Bremen will have the inbound. Shively fouled just before the timeline, which will stop the clock at 1:05.
Yeah, another chance for 2 free throws by Shively, and she has definitely struggled from the line. I think she's got maybe 1 made free throw in this one, Griff.
Yeah, she's looking for her first made free throw and still looking.
Rebound Johns, and she was fouled after going for that rebound, and so we'll go the other way for some New Prairie free throws.
No, that's only 6.
Is that 6?
Yep.
Yep, yes it is. Okay. So, Lady Cougars will have to go 94 feet here, try to get a bucket with 1:04 left to go in the game, trailing 70-58. New Prairie running the offense. Flag to the near corner. Caught, and a 3 on the way. Johns missed one. Finally. But she's been hot all night. And there's a foul called on Winters, I should say, of New Prairie in the backcourt. And Moyer will go back to the free throw line.
She'll make at least one of these, I bet.
Coming up on the postgame show, we'll have our play of the game presented by Johnson Danielson Funeral Home and our players of the game. presented by the Auto Park.
Double bonus for Moyer.
Right-handed shooter will offer up the first one. Good.
Bremen's going to score over 40 points in just this half, Tony.
Yep.
They had 30 at halftime, and they're going to be 71, 72 or higher.
Moyer last year had 311 points for the Lions. She'll knock that free throw down, and what a steal by Kincaid as she was going out of bounds. So Foster winds up with the ball and gets fouled by Winters. Stops the clock at 45.5 seconds. What an incredible play here. Man, oh man, Kincaid just sold out on that one.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't played that sideline pass a lot more in this game, but
that free throw makes it 73-58.
Foster looks like she could shoot these in her sleep.
Yep. Second free throw, bingo. You know, and you would think a girl that size and small and petite like that wouldn't have that much energy to loft a basketball as far as she does. Like you said, she makes it look very easy. And there's a drive and a foul called. That'll go against the Lady Lions. Eva Dodds is called for, or draws the foul on that drive.
Yeah, Moyer with a foul. Tried to take the charge, but just leaned a little bit too much. So a couple shot coming up for Dodds.
Dodds this season, again, 10 double-digit scoring games for her. She has been a threat about every game this year. Tonight, though, has been somewhat held in check. As that free throw makes it 74-59. And there's the 60th point for New Prairie with that freebie. So we got a whistle here and a substitution as Morgan White's going to check back in for New Prairie. And Johns, by the way, got called for a foul immediately, and that is her fourth.
At one point here, you got to wave the white flag.
Yeah.
Foster just going to bury a couple more.
So that free throw goes down. That is good. Shively checks out. Moyer checks out. And coming into the game for Bremen. We'll get that to you here in just a minute as the free throw's up, and that's good for the Lady Lions. Now lead at 76-60. Across the timeline and kicking to the right side. Here's a three ball up and no good. Tipped around and loose ball foul. And that's going to go against Bremen.
A couple free throws coming up here for White. When's the last time we saw this many points in a girls' game?
Yeah, no kidding.
Combined.
This many free throws.
Yeah.
Here's the next free throw by Morgan. That goes in.
Bremen, you're going to win. Just quit fouling.
We got someplace to be. Are you going back to the hospitality room?
What do you think?
White's second free throw is going to be good. And now it's a 76-62 advantage for Bremen. Well, New Prairie keeps applying the press on, and they're fouling still. And this time, Kayla Foster is going to go to the free throw line.
I don't know if you can jinx this kid.
I don't think you can.
I'm going to say 2 for 2 again. That's going to be, what, about 10 for 10 in the game maybe?
Well, and, you know, you go back to Ilya Foster, her older sister, how calm, cool, and collected she was.
You jinxed her.
Was that free throw
she
missed?
In and out.
You knew it was coming.
That was all her. That wasn't me. Second free throw for Kyla's up, and that one's good. See, told you. So the Lady Lions, with 20 seconds left, have a 77-62 lead. Going up strong as Dodds, but missed the shot as she ran into a defender, and Kincaid almost got rope tied and fouled in the backcourt. And so Bremen will go back to the free throw line once again. Well, this win for the Lady Lions will be their second straight, and they'll go to 7-12 heading into the championship game Saturday night.
Yeah, but you're on a roll after a game like this.
Kincaid at the free throw line. And the first one's up and good.
Boy, they have nailed their free throws here in the fourth quarter. Be interesting if you get a chance to add that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, holy cow. You're going to have to take your shoes off to count that.
Free throw's good, and now it is a 79-62 lead for the Lady Lions. New Prairie quickly back on offense. Winters a baseline shot. That's no good. The rebound saved by Chloe Miller, and she's fouled as she outlets. Stopping the clock at 4 seconds, and the Lady Lions will finish this one off here with some free throws. Well, next up for this New Prairie team, they will get ready for their second to the last game of the season, and that'll be home to Mishawaka. And then they got to go to Michigan City to round out their schedule before the sectionals hit. First free throw attempt is no good, and we got another one coming. That's up. That one goes down for Chloe Miller. 80-62 Bremen. Here's a three-ball launch by Flag at the horn. No good, and this game is over. Once again, the final score, Bremen 80, New Prairie 62. What a performance offensively by this Lady Lions squad. Coming up next, it's the postgame show presented by our good friends at Bourbon Street Pizza. If you like pizza, you'll love Bourbon Street Pizza. We'll also have some fourth quarter Bremen highlights coming up as well for our friends at LVH1. So don't go away. We begin our postgame now.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask Paladin Legacy Advisory Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, about the exclusive, confident retirement approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach toward financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future, as well as your wants and needs of today. With a confident retirement approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, Paladin Legacy Advisory Group will help you live life and saving for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call Paladin Legacy Advisory Group today at 574-936-2571. Office is located at 919 East 9th Street, Rochester, 401 East Jefferson Street, Plymouth, and 511 East Colfax Street, South Bend, Indiana. The confident retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
You have a nice house, but you may want to think about
I know my roof needs some attention.
A&M did that for me and saved me so much.
Well, I'm going to do gutters and soffits too, so that I can.
A&M did that for me, so I'm glad
And
that
I'm going to check into new siding and windows and doors.
A&M Home Services gave me the best quote. So we.
Oh, dang, more rain.
Yeah, you know your roof.
No, the basement. Every time it rains, I get water.
You know A&M Home Services can take care of that for me.
I need to hear some estimates coming in with all.
Now, then just hold on. Make one
Okay,
call
when you want to
A&M
incorporate that now?
Oh, he's right. A&M has you covered
Okay,
from roof to
so
basement
he's
with
got a
top
couple of
quality
Bremen
products and service that they stand
highlights
with
to kind of look at.
35
I'll help lead you, and
Yeah.
we'll talk about them.
CallAMnow.com.
Okay.
Hey, Florian, I will let you know when we're ready for him.
A&M Home Services, they have me covered.
Who doesn't like pizza, right? But have you tried the pizza at Bourbon Street Pizza lately? More fresh ingredients and a new pizza sauce recipe. It's like a slice of heaven each and every time you take a bite. And now there's 16 new style of pizzas for you to choose from on the menu. And let's not forget the mouth-watering wings or their 5 different pasta dishes to choose from. Bourbon Street Pizza with area locations in Plymouth, Culver, Argos, Walkerton, Napanee, and in Bourbon. If you're looking for a quick and delicious dinner for the entire family to enjoy, look no further than a Bourbon Street Pizza location near you.
Welcome to the Bourbon Street Pizza post-game show. The Bremen Lady Lions get the win, 80-62, and I'll tell you, this Bremen Lady Lion team, they really had some great plays. And here's one on LVH1 on the TCU Instant Replay, a big 3-ball there. It's just they did it inside and outside, Mark.
Yeah, Kyla Foster was just unconscious in the second half. Bunch of threes, and she was wide open. And if you leave her wide open, she's going to knock those down. Also, Moyer getting to the basket a lot, rebounding, some good inside interior passing. And Bremen scored 50 points in the second half alone.
So those are the instant replays presented by our good friends at TCU on LVH1. As, again, just some great presence here and there. And Liliana Grubbs, too, had a pretty good night. She found herself in a lot of open scenarios.
Yeah, she moved the ball well for her teammates, was aggressive. Even though she fouled out, she played an aggressive game defensively. She moved the ball well for her teammates, and she knocked down shots when she got the chance, too.
All right, coming up next, it's going to be our play of the game presented by Johnson Danielson Funeral Home, and we'll have it right after this timeout.
Plumbing, Heating, Cooling in Plymouth has become one of the leading service companies in northern Indiana, serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko counties since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating, and cooling services. They also handle drain cleaning, water heater repair, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, generators, and much more. And they're the area's only York brand
You
dealer.
do?
That's why Michiana has made Absolute Heating and Cooling.
I was going to say,
the
whatever
one-stop shop
stopped
for
that,
service needs.
the bleeding, you know,
Well, I was going to, that Katie Moyer rebound, it was 66-57 with a little over 2 minutes to go, and that was an offensive rebound off a missed free throw, probably her third or fourth one of those.
Oh, yeah.
And then that pushed it back to 11 points.
Care that goes beyond the expected in serving today's families who call Marshall County their home. We welcome families seeking options and alternative ways to pay tribute to someone, from burial packages to pre-planning to planning a checklist. Jim and Terry Weldy, along with the professionally caring staff, are available to assist your family 24 hours a day by simply calling 574-936-2829 or visit their website at www.johnson-danielson.com for a complete list of services. Johnson Danielson Funeral Home, service beyond expectation.
Time now for our play of the game, brought to you by good friends at Johnson Danielson Funeral Home. And, gentlemen, what is our play of the game tonight?
Yeah, a little over 2 minutes to go here in the game, and Bremen's leading 66-57 at the free throw line for 1-1, and they missed that free throw, but Katie Moyer snuck in there for probably her fourth offensive rebound off a missed free throw and knocked it down, made it 68-57, gave the Lions an 11-point lead, and they went on to bury a bunch of free throws after that to end up winning here 80-62. So that Katie Moyer offensive rebound off a missed free throw.
So that's our play of the game, brought to you by good friends at Johnson Danielson Funeral Home. Coming up next, we'll have our players of the game presented by the Auto Park after this.
Alex, are you hanging around halftime? Did you leave it at halftime? Okay. I'm just crammed with a bunch of stuff right now.
Keeler or
Kyla.
Finance Center also works to ensure that you take advantage of a lease or loan solution that fits your budget.
I even call her Kayla. So it's Kyla.
Kyla.
Come drive the new Silverado and soon the new
Miss Foster.
Stop by our showroom today or go to
I would say
autoparkchevroletbuickgmc.com and see more.
Number 10.
Find that special car you're looking for. The Auto Park Chevrolet Buick GMC in Plymouth. Come see the value.
Time now for our players of the game presented by our great friends at the Auto Park. At the Auto Park, well, let me tell you about the Auto Park. As a matter of fact, they have the largest selection of new and used vehicles in Marshall County. Financing's available. Check out their locations at the Auto Park Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC locations. Come see the value for yourself at the Auto Park. All right, guys, let's get to our players of the game, and we start with New Prairie.
Well, I'll tell you what, you won't see a scoring outburst probably much in a high school game like you saw Jolie Johns put on to start the second half. She scored 14 points in the third quarter and finishes with team-high 25 points. So Jolie Johns is our New Prairie player of the game.
And for the victorious Bremen Lady Lions, who make another trek to the championship.
And as impressive as Johns was for New Prairie, Foster was not going to be outdone. I mean, she was fabulous throughout. She finishes with 13 in the third quarter and then tallies another 8 in the fourth quarter to pour in a game-high 31 points. Just a fabulous performance by Foster. I think Tony said her season high was
32.
32, if I'm not mistaken. But what a season the sophomore is having.
Sure is. All right, so that is our players of the game presented by our great friends at the Auto Park. At the Auto Park, they have the largest selection of new and unused vehicles in Marshall County. Financing is available. Check out their locations at the Auto Park Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. Come see the value for yourself at the Auto Park. And we are coming back to wrap it up after this 30.
McDonald's restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's.
Well, a nice win by this Bremen Lady Lions team. They had their struggle midway through, but boy, they kind of rebounded, and Foster took over, especially in that second half.
Yeah, 80 points is a large number for a high school girls basketball team to score, and 50 in one half is even more impressive, but not sure what got into Bremen. They turned the ball over the first 3 times they had it in the third quarter, and we thought, oh, here they go again, and then I think Griff said they might have had maybe 2 or 3 after that the rest of the game. So Bremen just able to take advantage of all sorts of open shots, and kids were hot. And like you said, when the ball starts going in, especially free throw wise, I think he had them down for 22 of 33 free throws in the game, and a bunch of those were in that fourth quarter, but those were sort of mop-up free throws, but they were knocking them down.
Yeah, fourth quarter alone, Bremen knocked down 16 of 20 from the charity stripe.
Wow.
Hard to believe this game ends up being an 18-point spread that New Prairie actually led in this by 7 2 minutes into the third quarter. But, boy, the Lions weren't going to be denied. And we said in our pregame, Tony, Foster and Miller were going to be, or I'm sorry, Foster and Moyer were going to be the keys, and that they were. They accounted for 50 of the 80 points.
So they will now await the winner of our Game 2 broadcast between the LaVille Lady Lancers and the Argos Lady Dragons. Coming up next, we're going to have our interviews with the coaches as we'll go courtside after we take this 2-minute timeout.
Restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's. Are you having a party but don't have the time to make all the food necessary? For big or small events, contact Hoosier Food Services. They're also part of Bob's Cafeteria Food Truck Catering. You want to treat your employees for lunch? Let Bob's Cafeteria Food Truck take care of it. Visit HoosierFoodServices.com for your catering menu. You can pick up or they can deliver. Each event can come with their professionally trained staff to assist you on the day's event. Hoosier Food Services are proud to feed our troops all over the United States. Stop in at Hoosier Food Services, 610 East Jefferson Street in Plymouth, or visit Hoosier.
And the athletic director is correct. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Waking up.
One, two. 1, 2, 1, 2. Welcome back here to the Daily Cox Gymnasium. Hi again, everyone. Tony Ross, as we are courtside getting ready for Game 2 between the Argos Lady Dragons and the LaVille Lady Lancers. Coach A. Moore of the Lady Lancers joins us, and I'll tell you what, you've had a great year, my friend. What's been the success and how and why?
Yeah, thank you. Our defense has been carrying us through the season. Even when we don't shoot well, even when we don't finish well, defensively we've been getting through the season on that. So,
you know, the one thing that never ceases to amaze me with this particular team is its effort. Game in, game out, win or lose.
Yeah, girls work hard. They want it. They want to be out here. They want to win. Even if they've got a little bit of a gap and they're losing, they're going to stick with you because they want it. They play hard.
You know, tonight you're facing an Argos team, and it's been a nice little rivalry between these two programs. Talk about what you like about this Argos team that you guys are going to have to take care of tonight.
Yeah, they've got some shooters. They've got shooters in 10, 20, and 22. And they're happy to have number 10 back, Redinger. She's a good player for them. Lefty, she'll drive hard. And then Dunlap's no joke either. She'll shoot from the three, but she'll also take you middle. So we've got to be playing good one-on-one with them.
All right, buddy. Best of luck. Go get them.
Thank you. Thank you.
Coach Amor joining us here on the pregame show. Back after this 30-second timeout. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Can't see you though. Where are you?
I don't know how far these ranges.
No,
these
you're
things
loud
are.
and clear.
This stuff is like $200 right here.
He's not worth that much.
Welcome back here to the Deli Cox Gymnasium as we get ready for game 2 between Argos and LaVille in girls BiCounty action. And Coach Jennings joins us here from the Lady Dragons. Coach, kind of a slow start Tuesday night for you guys, but you picked it up and you're able to get a nice win against a very scrappy Culver team. I guess the first question I want to ask you is the fact that you faced this scrappy team once. You know what you're going to get out of LaVille tonight.
Oh, absolutely. They're a great defensive team. They're well coached. We're going to have to be able to move the ball on them and make some things happen, get our shots. We got shots the other night against Culver. They just didn't fall. I think we were 5 for 26 in the first half, and I'm hoping we shoot a little better than that tonight.
Well, and that was part of the problem. It was the shooting part of things that really kind of gave you guys fits. Did you address that at all yesterday in practice?
Well, not really. It's just confidence, and to have 2 games in a row like that, I don't think that's going to happen. I think, I've got enough veteran players. I think they'll knock down shots tonight. I think we'll be in good shape that way.
All right, this is a scrappy LaVille team. We all know that. What else do you got to be prepared for tonight to get a win?
Well, I think for us to get a win, we've just got to play our defensive game. And, to win any big games, you've got to play some really good defense. And we're going to maybe hopefully show them some things they haven't seen yet and come at them pretty hard.
All right, buddy. Always a pleasure. Best of luck tonight.
Thanks, Tony. Appreciate it.
Coach Jennings joining us here on the pregame show, presented by our good friends at Marian University's Ancilla College. If you would like to find out how to become a Charger, log on to the Marian University Ancilla College website. All right, we're coming back with our keys of the game. It's all part of the pregame show happening for Game 2 between Argos and LaVille. That's the 58th annual TCU BiCounty basketball tournament on Max 98.3.
Everything you need to know right at your fingertips or on your doorstep. Call Circulation today and ask for their monthly special. Call 574-936-3101 today. The Pilot News, Marshall County's news source since 1851.
Marshall County Fiber is a partnership between the Marshall County REMC and RTC Fiber Communications. Fiber is the fastest internet around. New technologies developed each day to digitize much of our daily routine. But over time, adding devices to your home network leads to slower connections. With a gigabyte internet, you'll be ready for anything. Visit MarshallFiber.com or call or
Scott
at 574-223.
Scott, don't forget my microphone.
To see if Marshall County Fiber
Thanks, babe.
is available in your neighborhood.
Welcome back here to the friendly confines of the Daly Cox Gymnasium. Time now for our keys to the game, brought to you by our good friends at Oliver Ford, Lincoln, and Plymouth. Get your keys to a new vehicle that you've been looking for at Oliver Ford, where we tip our hat to you. All right, let's get to the keys to the game here. We're hearing both coaches talk about what they feel they're going to have to pay attention to and what they're going to have to do, so to speak, as the keys. But, when you break it down, we saw this Dragons team on Tuesday night. Didn't quite come out of the gate as we've seen this season, and it was a struggle for them against the scrappy Culver team.
Yeah, you're going to have to come out and score more points than 2 in the first quarter. Or did they have 3? I don't know, but it was 3-2 after the first quarter in that game, and just sort of not lackadaisical, but just not able to get the ball in. And I'd look for this LaVille team to really put a lot of pressure on Argos, so they're going to have to handle the ball, get to the rim, and I think the LaVille inside presence is going to cause a problem. Lucy Shirk's going to be a handful, I think, for Argos tonight.
Well, like Coach Jennings said, the shots just weren't falling for his Dragons the other night. I think they're going to have to come out with more fire and intensity, no doubt about it in this one, because LaVille's going to bring it, and you know, Dunlap ends up their leading scorer the other night against Culver. Remember, she didn't even score in the first quarter. Then she had a really good second quarter. I think she had 7 points in that frame. But, you know, they're going to have to get, like, Sam Rediger going early. I think it was just one of those offensive struggle nights for Argos. And I thought in a lot of ways they were somewhat fortunate to advance in that 5-point win.
You know, and when you talk about this LaVille squad, you know, I'll tell you, for the schedule they have, as well as they played this season, you got to take these kids into consideration, even come postseason time.
Yeah, they've got 13 wins on the year, and they're doing it pretty much with defense. They're an aggressive group. They're an athletic group, and defense wins you a lot of games. They don't have overwhelming great statistics looking at them on paper, but, you know, they're playing for the W, and it doesn't matter just as long as you got more points than your opponent.
You know, and the one thing, too, with this LaVille team, you know, they were winning games even without their top scorer in Halen Kwiatkowski, and that's a true testament to the depth that Coach Amor has been able to develop here.
Yeah, they've got a bunch of kids that are scoring points. It's just not one special person, but when you got kids able to score points in bunches and everybody contributing, you can win games without your best player on the floor.
And speaking of winning games, there's nothing like home court cooking, and they're beating opponents on an average of 8 on this court.
Yeah. Well, and they don't turn the ball over. Neither one of these two teams turns it over very much, so that's definitely going to be something to watch. LaVille's under 14 turnovers a game, and Argos is under 13 turnovers a game. And the three of us always talk about, you know, seeing more pressure and trying to, you know, almost force the issue with teams to maybe make them a little more careless with the basketball.
So the stage is set, and we are about ready to get this one started here. Game 2, the winner's going to face New Prairie, and we'll have the championship on Max 98.3 Saturday, starting at 6:30.
Going to face Bremen, Tony.
Face Bremen, I'm sorry. So when we come back, it'll be the starting lineups for Game 2 between Argos and LaVille, and we'll get to it after this 1-minute timeout. I don't know where the hell I got New Prairie from.
I don't like correcting you, but in that case, if somebody's just doing
that was all me, man.
That's why I don't really do it.
Good evening, basketball fans. Welcome to the 58th annual Teachers Credit Union BiCounty Basketball Tournament. Tonight we host the second round, the semifinal round, second game of the semis. Argos High School against LaVille High School.
Companies can't keep you financially, but you're tired of missing your deadlines. That's why TCU implemented your solution. This third generation company since 1959 has now knocked out their competition. Through digital printing, all the same digital press. This digital printing is revolutionary. Printing industry is now at TCU. They can do full-color printing. This is commercial brochures, personal posters. And right now, TCU is president reporting Ellie Molenbacher. TCP at 936-9505 to change your business look. TCP, changing the printing industry, one satisfied customer at a time.
Time now for starting lineups, and they're brought to you by our good friends at Coca-Cola Bottling of Plymouth, making a difference, refreshing the world one drink at a time. That is Coca-Cola. Well, for the home team, the LaVille Lady Lancers, Lucy Smith is going to get a start tonight as she's averaging 3 points a contest. The team's leading scorer in Halen Kwiatkowski, 173 points coming in tonight, averaging 11, will be starting. Also getting the starting nod tonight for the Lady Lancers will be Kuski, and Kuski's had a really good year. Michaela, a young sophomore, and also starting tonight will be Lauren Edison. Lauren only averages a point, but she's the team's one of the team's top rebounders and leading assistman. For the Argos Lady Dragons, Sam Reniger, Bailey Binkley, Bella Stoltz, Emma Dunlap, and also getting the start tonight will end up being Ava scratch that, Ellie Bolenbacher. So you got 3 seniors, a junior and a sophomore, starting for Coach Scott Jennings, who's in his 3rd year as head coach at Argos. And Nick Amor in his 1st year at LaVille, again with a 13-6 record coming into tonight. So there's your starting lineups, brought to you by good friends at Coca-Cola Bottling of Plymouth.
Yeah, let's just see if Dragons can shake off that slow start from the other night at Culver.
Here's the tip, and it's going to be controlled by LaVille. And they'll be going left to right on your radio dial. Lucy Smith was open for a moment, but it's going to work its way to the left side of Edison. Back up top and back into the hands this time for a first touch in Kwiatkowski. Top of the key again. Michaela Kuski playing the point. She has the ball in her hands right now. Gets to the right elbow. Back to Smith. LaVille patient on the offense, cutting through Halen. Halen into the paint's going to draw an early foul, stopping the clock at 7:34 here in the first quarter.
Yeah, it looks like a 1-3 zone, and Stoltz is man-to-man against Shirk.
Inbound coming up here for the Lady Lancers. It's caught by Kwiatkowski, whose pass finds Smith. She lost it, got it back. Now she attacks that right side, gets stopped, and back into the hands of Kuski again. Kuski dribbles to the left. Kuski got to the elbow, kick to the wing. Edison now to the post. Shirk. Lucy skipped up top, grabbed by Halen. Here's short jumper. Missed it from the just inside the elbow, and coming away with it was Bolenbacher. So on the counter, the Lady Dragons played a lot of defense there for about a good minute. Dunlap to Rediger. Rediger curls into the lane, flipped it up, banked it in, and Sammy Rediger, averaging 16 points a game for the Lady Dragons, gets her first 2 of the night.
She's got that little left-handed scoop shot.
LaVille trying to break a press here, met up at half court by Stoltz. But Kwiatkowski got it back to Kuski, and now it's Kwiatkowski again. Now to Edison. Lauren trying to stay strong with the ball, gets it to Kuski one more time. Right back to Edison, down to the post to Shirk. Fake left, fake right, goes left. Kicked it out to the wing. Smith a 3, in and out, and a rebound taken by Argos. Rediger pushes it up. Then it's back to Stoltz, who throw a bad pass, and it's Kuski with a steal. Now can she finish? Layup, score! Michaela Kuski, the sophomore. That's Kuski with a nice shot. That's her, she's averaging 4 a game actually this year. Here's Rediger for 3. That's no good. And the rebound kicks back out. Dunlap with it. The lever open. The 3 is up. That is short. And the rebound comes to Shirk.
Yeah, a couple good looks. Really odd pass here by Stoltz that led to that breakaway for LaVille. Not sure what she was thinking.
2-2. That's your score. Kuski with the ball. LaVille going left to right on your radio dial. Now to Smith. Smith goes left. Now to Kwiatkowski. And now a shot by her from the left wing is going to end up hitting the timer above the glass off the carom, and that's a dead ball.
Yeah, had a good look from that left wing. Looked like they almost were wanting her to shoot it. And that bad bounce off the score clock, time clock, ends up in an Argos possession. Now full court press by LaVille.
Rediger, who's still got that soft brace on that right hand of hers that kept her out of the lineup for a few weeks. Here's a Dunlap 3 on the way. That's off to the right. Long rebound. It's going to be chased down by Halen. And Kwiatkowski lets some traffic go by and dumps it to Kuski, who's the point guard.
Yeah, a little up and down right now. 2-2. 5:15 to go here in the first quarter.
So on the left wing side, it's going to be Halen. 1-on-1. Now puts the ball down. Finds Kuski on the right angle high. Back to the top of the key. Laura Edison has it. Laura to the elbow, dumped it to Shirk. Left block, goes in a couple of steps and draws a blocking foul.
Yeah, Stoltz just a half step behind, gets called for the blocking foul. Ball out of bounds underneath for the Lancers.
5:05 left to go in the opening quarter here at the 58th Annual TCU BiCounty Tournament. It's been the girls' night tonight. Tomorrow night, it's the boys. Here's Kwiatkowski, a rainbow short jumper just inside the free throw line, and it's 4-2 LaVille.
Any higher, that would have brought rain.
So back comes Argos. Pressure put on here by the Lady Lancers in the backcourt, and the long pass breaks it with Bolenbacher with it. Dropping it back out to Dunlap. She attacks right side with a floater. Banker, no. Rebound tipped. It's taken by LaVille. It'll be Kuski to bring it across the timeline. 4-2 Lady Lancers. The home team with the ball. LaVille in their home white uniforms with blue trimming. It's Shirk at the free throw line. Can't fire the jumper over Stoltz, so it's kicked to the right wing. Now the other Kwiatkowski girl is out there, and that, of course, is London, who skips it across to Kuski. Kuski throws up a wild shot from the elbow because she got fouled, and that will stop the clock at 4:13.
Yeah, drove into that left elbow and got hammered on the shot. Chance for 2 free throws.
So Kuski will go to the free throw line, and Kuski right at 70% on the season. And the free throw is up and good.
Nice form.
Kuski this season has really had some pretty big games, including 15 points against Knox, which is her season high. She has really got better at the point guard position thanks to Coach Amor. That free throw goes down, and now LaVille leads 6-2 in this girls matchup. And it's Stoltz in the backcourt. Got two girls in front of her, still in the backcourt. Binkley's pass deflected, a 50-50 ball taken by LaVille. And it's going to be to Shirk, and a timeout's going to be called by Coach Amor. That stops the clock at 4:01. We'll take our first break of the first half. It's game 2 of our 58th annual TCU BiCounty Girls Basketball Tournament, which returns on Max 98.3 and LVH1 after this timeout.
Are you looking to switch banks for 2023? First Federal Savings Bank offers a wide variety of products and services for their customers, such as simple free checking, mortgage lending, commercial lending, financial services through LPL Financial, and insurance services through First Federal Insurance Services. We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. First Federal Savings Bank is a FDIC insured and equal housing lender, NMLS 399927. Products offered through LPL Financial and First Federal Insurance Services are not bank products, are not FDIC insured, and may lose value.
6-2 your score with just under 4 minutes to go in the first. Play resumes, and it's Kuski with the ball at the top of the key, guarded by Bolenbacher. Kuski got by her, lobbed it toward the middle, but to nobody. She's lucky she got the long Karen back to her, and LaVille will reset offensively. So Kuski starts from the top. I should say pass fakes left and then goes right to Kwiatkowski. Halen, guarded by Redinger. Halen goes in with a floater. Couldn't get the bank, the tip, and London. Kwiatkowski could have gotten over the back but didn't. Stoltz comes away with the loose ball, and Argos now will push it up court. Dunlap trying to shake two defenders, and right now Edison's on her. Dunlap goes in for the right side. Layup short-armed and a rebound by Edison. So LaVille with a 6-2 lead will now go up court with 3:13 to go here in the first.
Yeah, again, not a bad look, but just couldn't finish through the contact.
Kwiatkowski with a basketball on that left wing side. Popping out is her sister London, and slung around to Kuski right side. Lob from the far block to Shirk was overpassed and out of bounds.
That guy in the doorway was open, though.
Yeah. So is Ron Haramina's wife, who's here for the Pilot
yeah, I
News.
see her sitting down there. That was a lob pass, well set up. Just the pass was way too far.
So here we go with the inbound for Argos, and Binkley is going to take it to the middle, lob it to the right, finding Reniger, crossing the timeline with a left-hand dribble. Reniger, that's her strong hand, goes in with a float shot, missed it. Weak side rebound, missed by Bolenbacher, and a rebound taken by the Lady Lancers. Kuski pushes it up, slings it over to the far side to Edison. Edison now at the top to Kuski again. Kuski will go to the right. There it's in the hands of Lucy Smith. Reversed it to Shirk, and now worked over to the corner where Edison will take it. One dribble, floater, baseline, no. Loose ball taken by Stoltz, and Argos goes back trailing 6-2. Binkley starts with a dribble up the right side to Dunlap. Spots up for three, right wing. Good! And it's a 1 point difference now, 6-5.
Yeah, give Dunlap some time like that, and she's going to knock it down. That was a good look from the right wing.
So LaVille runs their offense. Lucy Smith on that left wing side. Lobs it in, looking for Halen Kwiatkowski. Got the shot away but missed it, but a weak side board by Shirk. Makes it 8-5 LaVille.
Yeah, got to go rebound. Just nobody for Argos moving towards the ball. Everybody just sort of standing around.
Argos beats the pressure. They're now running the half-court set. Binkley at the top of the key. She calls the new play with Lucy Smith guarding her. Now to Redinger.
There'll be a backdoor play for Redinger.
Dunlap, now to Binkley. Binkley backdoors it to Redinger, and she draws the foul. So Coach Mark with that one. Must be that former Plymouth coaching connection.
No, I just
Coach
anticipated
Duncan.
it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Coach Dave Duncan coached with Mr. Hayden here back in the day as Redinger's at the line. She'll fling in the first free throw. Redinger from the charity stripe this season, 69% on a 49% shooting team.
Yeah, never forget to get that first quarter. She came back in her first game of the year and nailed those 6 threes.
She hits both free throws and then goes to the LaVille student body and shakes her head saying, "Not tonight, boys." That's Sammy right there in a nutshell. Going in with a running floater, missing everything there was Edison, and the rebound taken by Argos. Pushed up by Dunlap. She gets to the front court, top of the key. Kick to Redinger in the corner, guarded by Kwiatkowski. There's your two teams' best players right there, and Redinger shoots the jumper over Kwiatkowski, missing it, and coming away with it is Shirk.
Good backside rebound by Shirk. She posted up and boxed out Stoltz very easily.
So Kuski with a basketball, top of the key. Zings it over to Kwiatkowski. Halen lobbed it into Shirk. Nice play for two. And a foul. Well, look at this here on the TCU Instant Replay and LVH1 for all you there.
Pretty much just a pick and roll. Nice pass.
So it's just a beautiful backdoor lob there. 10-7, LaVille with the lead. So Shirk will go to the free throw line. And for the and one is good. Lucy Shirk, by the way, from the charity stripe, not bad either, 59%.
She's got 5 points to start the game.
Binkley up in a hurry, sends it to the corner to Dunlap for a three, no good. The loose rebound taken by Shirk, and one and done for Argos there, who trails 11-7 as they get back on defense.
Yeah, good job slowing the ball down here for one shot for LaVille with the 4-point lead.
Laura Edison with the ball in a left angle high. Thinks about the left baseline. Goes in with a running bank shot. No good. And a rebound over the back on Edison. And that foul on her will send play the other way with 14.5 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, not a bad move by Edison off that left wing. The defender overplayed her to the high side. Got that little runner, but just in and out, then fouled her over the back.
Here's Binkley breaking the press. Binkley goes to the middle, kick to the trailer Dunlap to Redinger. She's open for three with 7. No, and the rebound comes to Lucy Smith. Now to Kuski. She's pushing it up the court. 2-second half-court shot up, just off the front of the rim, and no. So a good first half here by both. A lot of effort, and through one, it's LaVille 11, Argos 7. The winner of this one will take on Bremen in the championship game Saturday night. Back with more. 58th annual TCU BiCounty basketball after this 1 minute timeout.
The pizza at Bourbon Street Pizza lately. More fresh ingredients and a new pizza sauce recipe. It's like a slice of heaven each and every time you take a bite. And now
Okay.
there's 16 new
It wasn't happening, so I didn't do nothing.
And let's not forget the mouth-watering wings or their 5 different pasta dishes to choose from. Bourbon Street Pizza with area locations in
I'm not having any
Bremen,
problems.
Argos, Walker,
You having problems seeing
and in
screening?
No.
If you're looking for a quick and delicious dinner for the entire family to enjoy, look no further than a Bourbon Street Pizza location near you. Since 1879, Johnson Danielson Funeral Home has been part of the Plymouth community. Its staff is committed to providing care that goes beyond the expected, serving today's families who call Marshall County their home. Jim and Terry Weldon, along with their professionally caring staff, remind you to check out their website for COVID-19 updates and what to expect during services. While paying our final respects to our loved ones is a top priority, so is keeping family and friends that attend safe. Johnson Danielson Funeral Home in Plymouth, committed to serving families with dignity and respect.
Hey, grow your savings with a share or IRA certificate at TCU. You can choose from a wide range of high-yield savings certificates with guaranteed returns. You can't go wrong. Visit tcunet.com to get started today. Off the inbound for Argos, it was Dunlap trying to fight off Edison in the backcourt, but now Dunlap hasn't. Crosses the timeline, finding Binkley on the right side. Bailey keeps her dribble, stays to the right, finding Redinger. Back out to Bailey. Bailey. Now to Dunlap left wing. Darts into the paint. Goes in for the runner. Got it. Emma Dunlap, you better figure out how to slow her down because when she gets going, she's about darn near impossible to stop.
Yeah, she's got some good moves, good strong move that time through the middle of the defense to lay it up.
Kuski with a 10 or 14-footer, no good. And a rebound. Foul as on the back foul call will be whistled here against number 22 of LaVille, that being Lauren Edison, the 5'5 senior. So now with the press put on here by LaVille, Argos wants to bring it up. Up the left sideline is Bailey Binkley, but she's in a trap. She needs to find an outlet. Just got it over to Barkas. Barkas to the corner. Reniger spots for three. In and out. And a rebound taken by Helen Kwiatkowski. And then Kwiatkowski and Stoltz go down, and Stoltz just got wrapped around here. And those two look at one another. And I want to tell you, you got two of the top competitors on each team going at it right there. Look at the replay. Woo! That's a takedown. One more time on the TCU Instant Replay on LVH1, and that was a big takedown for Stoltz.
That's WWE quality.
Yes, that is.
It's Stoltz's second personal foul.
A minute into the second, 11-9, LaVille with the lead. Now the ball, Kwiatkowski. Short jumper over Stoltz, banks it in. Well, that's how you reply if you didn't like what just happened to you. Dunlap at midcourt. Zings it over to Binkley. Now on the right side, and Argos starts the half-court set. This is going to be Stoltz with the ball on the left wing side. Bella to Redinger. Redinger on the left angle high. Now Kwiatkowski, it's picked off of her, so Redinger now takes on a whole new defender, goes left baseline, got tripped up, missed everything. No foul called. She's not happy about it. Kuski comes away with the loose ball for LaVille. They lead at 13-9 in this possession with 6:18 and counting left to go in the second.
Yeah, that was just a drive into 3 defensive players.
Kwiatkowski got by her girl, stopped at the right elbow. Redinger jumping the lane, deflects it out of bounds. Good hustle by Redinger there. So the clock stops at 6:10 here in the second quarter. 13-9, LaVille with the lead. Laura Edison's going to grab a breather. Lucy Smith back into the game for the Lancer substitution. Here's the inbound to Shirk. Leads it left side. Kuski now in the arc, and Smith lost it, got it back. Lucy now stopped on a double, and now it's going to work over to Kuski. Now to Lucy again. Over to Edison on the far wing. This is Brooke Edison going down, losing the ball, and there's a foul called. Yep, the official's going to call a foul here.
Yeah, just over the back again.
So that'll be another foul on LaVille. That goes against Brooke Edison. That's her second foul. And coming in for Brooke will be substitution Quincy Blodgett.
That was just the Lancer's second turnover of the game.
Yeah, what a surprise. Stoltz on the floor again after a loose ball.
Boy, 2 floating 1-2 looked like, and that press is broken by Binkley, gets a shot away and misses. She looks to outlet, stolen away by Lucy Smith. And now led ahead, and Blodgett gets open for the basketball. Now she'll outlet to Smith, who spots up for 3. Good! That's Lily Smith with the 3, 19% shooter from outside. I apologize to Lily. I've been calling her Lucy the entire game. I don't know why, but either way, she's making a couple of plays there with that defensive jump and click away. Yeah, Lily.
Good shot.
Lily, I owe you a pizza. I'm sorry. That's what happens when you get old. Binkley looks to inbound in front of the Lancer bench. Works over to Stoltz right side. Oh, she blew the bunny. And the rebound's going to be taken by Kuski. So the score stays 16-9. The Lady Dragons not been able to put some points on the board here.
Yeah, they're struggling again at travel.
Lily gets called for the no-no there, stopping the clock at 5:06.
Yeah, Argos with just 9 points with 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter, just struggling to find some good shots.
Dunlap crosses the timeline. Dribbles with the left hand, got through the lane, shot up, gets fouled.
Yeah, Morgan's able to get to the rim and get some shots up. This time she gets fouled, though. Chance for 2 free throws. Dunlop only shooting 43% from the line, though. 22 for 49.
Well, that's hard to believe, isn't it?
I know.
So Emma gets ready to fire up the free throw. Short on it.
We'll say that hit the rim, but that was pretty short.
She's shooting right into that LaVille student body, and they are right now relentless with her. Trying to get in her head.
With all those Argos girls.
The fixed free throw. That's in and out. The struggles continue for Emma at the line. And then going after the rebound, it was Kwiatkowski and Bolenbacher, and the jump ball gets called. And now a timeout. Coach Amor wants a timeout. His Lady Lancers lead 16-9 with just under 5 to go here in the half. You're listening to the 58th annual TCU Girls BiCounty Basketball Tournament on Max 98.3.
We can help with that.
Does First Source have banking that can keep up with me?
Yep, we've got something for you.
Business is booming. Can you help me expand?
No problem.
Can First Source help me turn this into my own business?
We're here for you. No matter what kind of banking you need, First Source Bank can help.
First Source Bank. FirstSource.com. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. All deposit accounts and credit products subject to approval.
16-9, your score with 4:56 left to go here in the second frame. Tonight's game also brought to you by Making the Cut Salon. Gentlemen, ladies, and yes, children, there's a new salon in Plymouth, and it's a new salon specializing in men and women's haircuts. It's a talented team who knows just how to pamper and provide that best haircut that you'll experience. It's Making the Cut Salon, located at 2007 North Michigan Street, right in between Planet Fitness and Cougars, and by Swan Lake Resort, home of the Chop House. Fine steaks, sandwiches, they even have special burger nights. That's at Swan Lake Resort's Chop House.
2 good golf courses, too.
Absolutely.
Great wings, too.
All right, across the timeline go the Lady Lancers. And Kwiatkowski winds up with it. Halen sees an opening right side. Stopped, though, by Stoltz, or Dunlap, rather. Kicked out to Shirk, 3. Lucy misses it. Rebound, put back. Score! London Kwiatkowski with the finish, and it's 18-9 LaVille.
Just outmuscled Bailey, and there goes a pass through the hands of Renninger. Just not paying much attention. Took her eye off the ball.
So another turnover by the Lady Dragons, and with 4:28 and counting left, 18-9 LaVille. Kwiatkowski with the ball, got it inside to Lucy Shirk, but on the help side, Binkley steals it away for Argos, and now she's on the run to Renninger, takes the left side. Renninger bump, a cross step is going to be called to travel.
Redinger's got to slow down. She's just trying to do too much.
We have ESPN.
We do.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yes.
LaVille basketball as they go left to right on your radio dial. Kuski with it in her hands. Kuski goes left side. Kwiatkowski. Kwiatkowski looks to skip pass. Caught by Kuski. Kuski cuts to Halen, who cut in. She goes in for the layup. No good. Rebound. Shirk. Score. Right now the Lady Dragons just struggling to move Shirk out of there.
Yeah, Shirk was going to be a problem from the get-go for me, and she's showing up right now on the boards and got that one in.
20-9 now, LaVille. They're playing defense. Barkus through traffic, kick to the wing. Dunlap a 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound to Halen. And Kwiatkowski outlets to Kuski, and here come the Lady Lancers offense once more.
Yeah, Argos only getting 1 shot, and it's a one and done, and LaVille owning the boards right now.
The Dragons are just 3 of 18 for the game, so their shooting woes from Culver the other night continue here at LaVille.
Lucy Smith to Kuski, now right side to Kwiatkowski. Shirk once again, now to the top. London Kwiatkowski with the touch. Barkus on her, got by her with a dribble, then stopped and reversed it. And a bad pass stolen by Dunlap, 2-1. And it's Dunlap with the layup, and it won't roll in, but she does draw the LaVille foul.
It's continuation the other night.
That's right.
So the clock stops at 2:56 left to go in the first half. That's 6 fouls now on LaVille. Argos has got 5 if you're keeping track at the household.
Oh, they're going to call that on the ground and no shots.
So it'll be an inbound right to the basket here.
20-9 LaVille. 2:55 to go in the half.
Binkley's outlet caught by Renninger. 3 ball on the way. Again, no good. This time a nice board by Bolenbacher. Gets it back to an open Renninger. This time she dots the I. So with that 3-point shot, it's now 20-12.
Yeah, Tony, the one thing I noticed about Bolenbacher the other night, and it's going on tonight, she ends up with the ball a lot under the basket.
And this time she's caught for a foul out high.
Yeah, it's only 6 team fouls now for both teams, so next foul will be shooting free throws. 2:37, LaVille leading 20-12.
Checking into the game for the Lady Lancers will be Lauren Edison again, and it'll be London Kwiatkowski grabbing a seat. Edison tries to inbound. It'll be caught in the backcourt by Kuski. She's in a hurry, dribbling it to the right elbow. Binkley with her stride for stride, forcing her back outside the arc. And that pass almost picked up by Dunlap, but Lucy Smith launches a long shot, no good. She was just inside the arc when she let it go. And the rebound comes to Stoltz, outletting to Binkley. She's already at the half-court line. Drops it to the right side to Dunlap. Dunlap, left-hand dribble. Let Stoltz go by. Now Renninger will pick it up, and she'll dribble to the middle. Renninger will stop and pop a 3, and that's off to the left, no good. Shirk a nice board for LaVille, and we go back the other way, still 20-12 LaVille. Now on the far side, it's Kwiatkowski. Halen to the top, Lily for 3. Lily scores! So Lily Smith hits the home run, 23-12 for the Lady Lancers.
And wide open again and knocked it down. That's 2 in a row. That's going to be...
Edison jumps the lane defensively and deflects a pass into the stands.
Yeah, Smith's knocked down 2 triples this quarter.
Yep.
Helping her team to this 11-point lead.
So it'll be an inbound for the Lady Dragons. Binkley will look to get it in. Still looking, and popping out, and it got picked off by Lily. Goes in for the layup, and she lost it off her foot. And a turnover by Lily Smith, and she has a good laugh about it, which is okay when you're up 23-12.
You got to put something on that pass. You can't just lob it in like that at half court. Smith might be faster than her brother.
That could be. Off the inbound, Binkley. She's going to get around Kwiatkowski for a moment. Dunlap has to stay around to help in the backcourt, and now she'll bring it up across the timeline. Dunlap looking for a screen. Pass to the near side, Binkley. Bailey with a hook jumper off the rim, no good. Tipped around, grabbed by Edison, outlet into Kuski. She's off to the races. Kuski will slow it down and now run point. So go to the right. Halen with the ball. Halen Kwiatkowski puts the ball down to the right elbow. Dumps it to Shirk. She's outside the right block, who kicks it all the way across. Kuski open for 3. Off the rim, no good. And the rebound to Redinger. Redinger will slow it down. Now give it to Binkley. Binkley right back to Redinger. Back to Binkley. Binkley pushes the ball back near the back timeline. And worked into the hands of Dunlap. With her first touch of the night, that's Ava Stackhouse. Now Stoltz to the far wing, Redinger off a curl. Can't do anything with it. Stackhouse to Dunlap. From the left angle, dribbles to the free throw line. Back out to Stoltz. Now Redinger. Stackhouse once again goes to the corner. Dunlap open for 3. Got it! 23-15. No, they say 2. Her foot was on the line apparently.
Yeah, last shot coming up here for LaVille.
Down to 18 seconds and counting left to go in the half. This is Kuski with the basketball. One hopping it over to Smith. Lily inside the arc for a long jumper. No good. She needs to be outside the arc for those to go down. Binkley comes away with it. Outlets right side. And with 3 seconds left, Dunlap kicked it over. Stackhouse for 3 at the horn is just off to the right and no good. So we have completed 2 quarters of basketball in Game 2. The winner of this one will take on Bremen in the championship on Saturday. And at halftime, which is brought to you by our good friends at A&M Home Services from Roast to Basements, we've got you covered. It's LaVille 23, Argos 14. We'll be back with our halftime show after this 2-minute timeout.
You want to answer that, don't you? I bet it's just killing you seeing the soft glow just inches away. Someone wants to tell you something or ask you something. Oh, come on. Answer it already. Just so we're clear, that wasn't my fault. Next time, ignore your inner voice. Don't text and drive.
This message brought to you by Bert's Body Shop in Plymouth. We deal with these accidents every day. So for your safety, please don't text and drive.
You want to do when you grow up. When we were young, it's a question we are often asked. As we get older, our passions become clearer. Our pursuits become careers. And if we're diligent, we begin to plan for the life we want to live. That's why, at Ameriprise Financial, we ask, what's most important to you? Starting with our confident retirement approach, your Ameriprise Financial advisor will ask questions that help you arrive at a customized plan that can help you realize your goals today, tomorrow, and throughout retirement. With the right financial advisor, life can be brilliant. Call Ameriprise Private Wealth Advisor Rodney Jacobs with Paladin Legacy Advisor Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, at 574-936-2571. That's 574-936-2571. Office is located at 919 East 9th Street, Rochester, 401 East Jefferson Street, Plymouth, and 511 East Colfax Street, South Bend, Indiana. The Confident Retirement Approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
You have a nice house, but you may want to think about.
I know my roof needs some attention.
A&M did that for me.
Listen,
So much.
hey, it's not like you can't play defense either. Listen, it's Edison going against Edison. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
A&M Home Home Services gave me the best quote. So we...
Dang, more rain.
Yeah, you know, your roof is...
No, the basement. Every time it rains, I get water.
You know, A&M Home Services can take care of that for you.
I need to get some estimates coming in from all
Now,
over.
then just hold on. Make one call to A&M Home Services.
He's right. A&M has you covered from roof to basement with top quality products and service that they stand behind. With 35 local crews, there's probably one in your neighborhood right now. The website is callamnow.com.
Okay, who is that?
A&M Home
Services. Got it. A&M Home Services. They have me covered.
Welcome back here to the friendly confines of the Dale E. Cox Gymnasium. And your score here at halftime, 23-14, LaVille leading Argos. And I'll tell you, you know, we knew this one going in that it was going to be a dogfight, but this LaVille team, we also said that you got to be ready for them because they come out of the gate quick. And tonight, no different. They came out quick, kept punching and punching and punching. Argos was trying to stay, but, you know, just when you earn your opportunities, guess what?
Yeah, it's a consistent effort, both quarters so far by LaVille. They're owning the boards. The Dragons not really getting any second shots, not getting any really good shots. And you got to credit that LaVille defense because they're moving well. They're boxing out. They're doing all the things they need to do, leading 23-14. And Argos offense just doesn't look – it's not smooth. There's no really good looks. Nobody's setting somebody up and passing. So shooting woes continue for the Dragons.
Yeah, it's really a repeat performance of what we saw in the opening round at Culver. I mean, and going back to exactly what Coach Scott Jennings said to Tony in the pregame show, they are getting open looks, but again, I think they're rushed looks. And, you know, again, guys, they only have two players that have scored. It's been Redinger and Dunlap with 7 each. You know, again, and you're not going to win any games when you got 14 points at halftime. I mean, Argos is 5 of 23 from the floor shooting.
Yeah, and nobody else is even looking at the basket.
Right.
So,
and then you top that with 6 turnovers. I mean, you know, when you don't shoot the ball well, you better take care of it. You better really clamp down on defense. And, I mean, LaVille's not shooting it that great. They're 9 of 24. But, you know, a couple of those have been putbacks, like Mark said. And, you know, again, Mark alluded to in our pregame that Argos are probably going to have their hands full, you know, keeping LaVille off the boards and handling some of LaVille's size, and that's exactly what transpired in the first half.
Well, and, you know, one thing that you get with this LaVille team is effort, and we saw Halen Kwiatkowski bring it. We saw everybody. I was been impressed by their point guard and Kuski.
Yeah. Speed up and down the floors, real good by LaVille. Put it this way, they're not the smoothest team out there, but they play hard all the time. And the effort's there all the time, so it's something that Argos is going to have to definitely pick up on. And you hit it, Griff, earlier for Redinger. Redinger's just trying to force things, trying to make things happen for herself, and not waiting for that good shot ball to come around to her. So I'll be interested to see what Coach Jennings does to make adjustments offensively.
Yeah, been really impressed with Kuski, the sophomore from LaVille, and I noticed her body language right from the start. I mean, she was into it. Intense, and again, when you have a young player like that, I think all your other players are going to feed off it. And I thought LaVille did a pretty good job of, per usual. I mean, there's a reason why they're 13-6 on the year. They run their sets and what Coach Amor wants them to do very, very well. And we saw that a couple times. They had some errant passes, but you know they really sliced up Argos with that pass underneath, you know, inside on the blocks, and then like I said, I mean, they had some really key putbacks. I mean, on top of that, Lily Smith, you know, hits the 2 3-pointers in the second quarter. And, you know, again, Argos better find their shooting range or they're going to be done tonight.
Yeah, those Smith threes were just in the flow of the game, too. And, you know, she couldn't get any more open. Very similar to what Bremen got in that first game against New Prairie. Wide open looks and nobody out on the shooter.
All right, you're listening to the Halftime Show brought to you by our good friends at A&M Home Services. From roofs to basements, we've got you covered. Coming up, we'll take a look at some quick numbers and get you ready for the start of the second half here on the Halftime Show presented by A&M Home Services.
A volunteer? Teach your grandkids to fish. is a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC. Paladin Legacy
got to
Advisory
get
Group
Bankley
help
going.
you plan for the life you want.
They're going to win.
She won't shoot from the outside.
Financial advisor, life can be good. Call Paladin Legacy Advisory Group at 574-936-2571. Office is located at 919 East 9th Street in Rochester, 401 East Jefferson Street in Plymouth, and 511 East Colfax Street, South Bend, Indiana. Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, member of FINRA and SIPC.
Absolute Plumbing, Heating, Cooling in Plymouth has become one of the leading service companies in northern Indiana, serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko County since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating, and cooling services. They also handle drain cleaning, water heater repair, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, generators, and much more. And they're the area's only York brand dealer. That's why Michiana has made Absolute Heating and Cooling their one-stop shop for service needs. Locally owned and operated with over 20 years experience in our trade. Visit their website at AbsolutePHC.com for complete service information. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, the area's top York brand dealer.
McDonald's restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Here's a tip from Oliver Ford Lincoln. You'll look great pulling up to the next Plymouth Pilgrims game, whether it be varsity football, basketball, or tennis. The friendly folks at Oliver Ford Lincoln have the pre-owned vehicle that you've been looking for. We've got cream puffs, pampered and polished. Also one-owner executive vehicles driven by the boss of the firm. We call that a brass hat. Plus, you'll get a cash offer and we'll buy your used car outright. For a great pre-owned vehicle at a great price, now is the time to see Oliver Ford Lincoln in Plymouth.
Welcome back here to the Deli Cox Gymnasium. Doug, let's look at some numbers here before we get ready for the start of the second half.
Yeah, as we alluded to, Argos really struggling shooting the basketball. They're just 5 of 23 from the floor. They have 6 turnovers at the break. LaVille is 9 of 24 from the field. They have 5 turnovers. The largest lead of the first half was an 11-point lead. It's 9 right now, 23-14. Looking at individual statistics, Argos just 2 players that have scored this evening. Sam Rediger has 7 points, as does Emma Dunlap. And it was, the same story in the second quarter. LaVille outscored Argos in both frames, 11-7 in the first, 12-7 in the second. You look at the Lancers, they're led in scoring by Lucy Shirks, 7 points. They've got half a dozen from Lily Smith, as we alluded to on the 2 3-pointers. 4 apiece from Kwiatkowski and Koski, and then London Kwiatkowski has 2 points. So it's going to be an important couple minutes here for the Dragons if they're going to advance.
Yeah, need to definitely get something going. Well, that's not the way to do it.
And a bad pass starts this third quarter for LaVille. And so Argos will get a chance to get some momentum started in the second half with an inbound left of the basket. Argos is going left to right in the lead to Bailey Binkley, and she's got a breakaway. Can she finish? No, but rebound, score, Bolenbacher. So Bolenbacher did a great job following the play, and she gets a big 2 for Argos to start this third.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. When she's in there, she's just around the basket and around the ball anytime, and nice follow-up by the freshman for 2.
So now LaVille runs the offense. Kuski to the near wing side. There's a shot by Lily Smith for 3. No good, and a rebound by Dunlap. Dunlap will push it up across the timeline. Dunlap goes in right side for the lip. Score! So the Lady Lancer defense just kind of opened up there, and now you're looking at a 23-18 affair. Here's a running jumper to be answered. No, Kuski can't get it to go. Follows her shot, then try to find Halen, and Halen ended up getting bumped on the loose ball opportunity with Redinger, and Haley does not look like she's in good shape right here.
She got hit in the ear or the head. Yeah, that's not sure if they hit heads together or what happened.
Not sure either. I don't know if we'll get a replay of that or not, but it didn't look very good. She's going to be helped off to her bench. It looked like there was both players going for the basketball there, but
definitely got hit in the head.
Yeah. So Halen getting helped toward the locker room here. But that's your top scorer not in the lineup now for the Lady Lancers. And so now you're going to have to have younger sister London come out. And now Argos tries a long pass down the court. Dunlap gets free, throws it up, couldn't bank it in. Big board by Bollenbacher, and she's fouled. And you can start to feel the momentum start swinging to Argos' way.
Yeah, Bollenbacher again around the ball under the basket. Had a full court press that time by LaVille, and Argos ran the long pass play where Dunlap was wide open, but the ball just didn't catch her on the move, and she had to hold up, but Bollenbacher followed up, knocks down a free throw.
So that free throw goes down. It's now 23-19. Bollenbacher coming into today's play just 31% from the line. Second free throw short. Long rebound to Edison, and she'll get it to Lily, and Lily Smith will bring it up the court. Lily crossed that timeline, finding Kuski. Kuski to the near side, Lily. Lily reverses over to Kuski. From the top of the key, looking at a 2-3 zone thrown by Argos. Now to the short porch, and London had a chance for an open jumper, missed it. And here comes Dunlap up court. Emma crossing that timeline. Emma stops, pops the three. That's off the mark, and the rebound over the back on Stoltz. She kind of knew it as soon as she jumped in the air.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to let the rebound go, and that's her third foul, so that could be key here down the stretch.
So 23-19 LaVille. 6.5 left to go in this third. Whistle sounds, and is there some perspiration on the floor? That kind of looks like that's the case right now.
Gum. Cuticle remover.
Gum, right, on the other night, Tuesday at Culver.
Yeah, who spits gum out on the basketball floor?
Well, they do it, they'll tell you.
Oh, yeah, you probably scraped a few pieces off in your day, haven't you?
Too many.
You probably didn't use
you
it
did
again.
too, I'm sure.
No.
Never? You probably
kept my
reused
mouth
it.
Mark's got limitations, first of all.
Yeah.
Let's
Mark
get that
probably
straight.
reused it.
I can't walk and chew gum, let alone play basketball and chew gum.
All right, play back underway as everything's cleaned up. Looks like Halen Kwiatkowski is going to be re-entering here shortly. As she looks okay.
Ooh,
a tough pass that Lily did a great job getting her hands up just to get control. Reversed it over to Kwiatkowski. Kwiatkowski's three, no good. Tipped around. Shirk got it back. Oh, nice move. Banked it in. That was a quick first step to her right, and she lays it in. 25-19 LaVille.
Yeah, she's just bigger and stronger than everybody.
Yeah, Halen is okay. She's going to be checking back in a moment here for the Lady Lancers. Bailey Binkley needs some help. There's Redinger, and now a whistle sounds and a timeout for Argos as Coach Jennings wants to talk things over. 5:51 left to go here in the third. 25-19. Lady Lancers on top. Back after this 30-second timeout at the 58th annual TCU Girls Basketball BiCounty Tournament.
Can First Source help me get more space?
We can help with that.
Does First Source have banking that can keep up with me?
Yep. We've got something for you.
Business is booming. Can you help me expand?
No problem.
Can First Source help me turn this into my own business?
We're here for you. No matter what kind of banking you need, First Source Bank can help.
First Source Bank. FirstSource.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All deposit accounts and credit products subject to approval.
25-19 LaVille with the lead. Here's the quick inbound coming off the timeout. Redinger has it left wing. Now to Bailey. Bailey has to pull the ball outside the arc. Now curls in the paint. Open Dunlap for three. Off the rim twice. No good. Shirk grabs that miss, and here comes LaVille on the counter. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by Ben There Dump That, the official local dumpster rental service here in Argos since 2017. Kwiatkowski back into the game and dumps one to Shirk, and she scores.
Yeah, that's just a classic. Hit the short corner, hit the person diving down the middle for the layup. Nice play against that zone.
Binkley with the basketball. And worked over to Dunlap on the left wing side. Dunlap to Binkley. Bailey calls the new play. Redinger has it now in the right angle. Wanted to dart in, could not. Now Stoltz needs some help. Comes in the form of Bailey. Hops it over to Bollenbacher. Bollenbacher guarded by Halen Kwiatkowski. Binkley once again on that right side. Pulls the ball back out. Still outside the arc. Stoltz now with it. Top of the key. And now to Redinger. Good catch. Now drives left baseline. Got through. Overshot, but draws the foul. So Reniger's going to go to the free throw line.
Yeah, she's really good at sort of sidestepping around people. And that time just got a hip a little bit from the defender. Got her on the drive, not the shots.
Here's a layup by Binkley that's going to go short. The rebound to Bella, but she can't finish either. And the rebound taken by Edison, and she'll push it up court.
Yeah, a couple rebounds that time by Argos, but just couldn't put them back in.
So Brooke will get it over to Lily, to Shirk. Now to Kuski, back to Edison. Now to the near side, Lily, a three. Rolls out. And the rebound taken by Bella. So Stoltz, or make that Dunlap rather. Dunlap to the far wing side of Reniger. Thought about going to Bella down low in the post. Bella leaves her spot. Reniger reverses to Bella, who gets it right back to Sam for three. And she scores. Sam Reniger came in at 42% from outside, and that three has gotten the Lady Dragons closer. And that forces a timeout here by Coach Amor and the LaVille Lady Lancers. 27-22. Now the score. So, tonight's game also brought to you in part by our good friends at Papa's in Culver. At Papa's, we are more than a pizza place. We're a family-owned and operated restaurant that's also known for our hand-cut steaks, thick chops, and the fall-off-the-bone tender ribs. Papa's in Culver. Well, we got our great friends at LVH1 today with us, and some of the wonderful crew here for this includes Andrew Lindvall, a junior, and he's here. There, hey, buddy, there he looks good. And then we got James Carey, a young freshman that's helping out with LVH1. As you can catch it on the TCU instant replay. There he is. That's a handsome gentleman running the camera right there. And finally, we'll take one more look here. Michael Liu is with us today, and we'll have more of the kids coming up in just a little bit.
Yeah, doing a great job.
All right, here is the Lady Lancers with the ball coming off their timeout. 27-22. LaVille with the lead. Kuski to Edison. Brooke got it back to Kuski, to Edison again. Darts in right side. Got it underneath the Shirk, and she scores. So Lucy Shirk makes it a 29-22 Lady Lancer advantage.
Yeah, great fundamental bounce pass by Edison for that layup.
Argos back on the offense. Binkley at the top of the key. Bailey pulls it out. Bailey circles in, goes in for the running jumper. Missed it left. The rebound loose on the ground, and Stoltz ends up getting called for the Argos foul. So Stoltz apparently with a little push from behind. Stops the clock at 3:08 here in the third.
Yeah, that's her fourth too, Tony, with 3:08. So she's going to have to sit the rest of this quarter.
And that's big because she's Argos' most physical player. And, you know, all you have to do is look at the quarter Shirk's having. She has 6 in the quarter, 13 in the game.
Kuski with the ball to the near side. Uh-oh, Halen's open for three, but she airballed it. And the rebound taken by Argos. You don't normally see that air ball out of Halen. Reniger wants to take on Halen on the offensive side of things, but Halen with the stop, and so now Binkley with it, top of the key for the Lady Dragons. This young point guard has an awful lot of responsibility for this Argos system. The coach has been very pleased with how Bailey's played this year. Here's Dunlap just stopping in her tracks and knocking down a jumper from the free throw line.
Yeah, defensively you can't go under that screen, and that's why she got open. Her defender went under the screen, and Emma read it right, pulled up, took that easy 15-footer.
Edison gets it to Shirk at the block. Back out it comes, and it's now Brooke Edison's turn. Brooke wants to drive through, got through, flipped it up and scored. Brooke Edison, young sophomore, who came in averaging 5 points a game, makes it a 31-24 LaVille lead.
Yeah, nice drive, pulled up, nothing but net.
Binkley with the basketball. Diving in is Dunlap, and that's not going to work. The rebound, kick to the middle. Dunlap gets it back. Goes in strong, scores on the layup attempt. Good bucket by Emma Dunlap. That young lady's got an awful lot of athleticism. Look at the replay on this one.
Yeah, nice job. Lucy Shirk sort of just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
There she is, and drawing the foul. So Dunlap will go to the free throw line once again. We mentioned just a 43% shooter coming into tonight.
Argos just sort of hanging around. They got 12 points in this quarter, now 13.
So now it's 31-27 as the end one goes down. LaVille with a lead. Kuski with the ball across the timeline, finding Lily Smith. Lily brings the ball out with a dribble. One more time, Kuski this time with the ball to Brooke Edison. Kuski got it over to Lily on the near wing, still outside the arc with the passing. Kuski asks for some one-on-one space. Shirk gives her a screen. Kuski had the ball stripped away by Binkley momentarily. Shirk winds up with it. Skipped it to Lily. Here's a three by her. No, it's short. Loose ball on the ground. Binkley comes away with it. Gets by one defender, and now she's off to the races. Kuski trying to trail her. Stole the ball from her and knocked it out of bounds. Well, you just see Kuski making up ground. Oh, man.
Yeah, you got to yell as a teammate for Argos and let her know she's coming.
Exactly.
As fast as Binkley is, Kuski's a little bit quicker.
Yep. Here's the inbound as Binkley gets it over to the corner to Renninger. Now Renninger back to the top. Binkley one more time. Under a minute to go in the game in the third quarter here. 31-27 LaVille. The winner of this one faces Bremen in the championship Saturday night. Edison tries to get it away from Binkley. Bumped her along the way. Binkley gets through, and this time it's a blocking foul on Shirk. So that'll stop the clock at 39.9 seconds. Poor Bailey Binkley was ping-ponging around off bodies with that drive.
She's got the worst of it. She's still feeling that contact. How dare Shirk fall down?
Well, you know, it's LaVille, and you can't go to an Edison practice on the boys' side without that drill being taking place. You can say the same now for Jason Breeden's Argos Dragons. They have that drill, and they do it every day, too. Here's Barkus trying to drive in, and she's going to draw a foul at the 37 mark for the Lady Dragons.
Yeah, points aren't easy to come by, so Barkus needs to knock these down.
Barkus being aggressive, as you see there on the TCU instant replay. That's what's been getting her a lot of playing time this year, is that she's really turned aggressive.
Yeah, she's 5 for 11, 55% from the line. She's got 2 shots coming up here. Team trailing by 4 with 37 seconds to go in the third quarter.
She misses the free throw here. Barkus' first, actually her season high this year, I want to say, is 12. That came against a very talented Culver Girls Academy team. She's one of those sophomores who just has a lot of potential. That free throw goes down. So the Lady Dragons indeed just inching closer and closer and closer to this Lady Lancer lead. 31-28. Down to 30 seconds to go in the third. Kuski with the ball. Goes to the right side, handled by Edison. Edison puts the ball down, dribbles in for a jump shot. Good! Brooke Edison, 33-28. Argos with the basketball now. Binkley to the left side, Renninger on the wing. Renninger gets a screen from Bolenbacher and passes back out to Binkley with 8 seconds left. Down to 6. Binkley 5. Now in the hands of Barker. She drives with 2 and lost the ball on her way in with 0.9 left. They're saying it was last touched by a Lancer.
Yeah, 0.9. Just got to be a little lob pass maybe to Bolenbacher or Renninger. Somebody just got to catch and shoot.
So here we go. Bailey lobs it in, caught by Renninger, tipped out of bounds. The horn sounds, and we have completed 3 quarters of basketball from the Daly Cox Gymnasium. This has turned out to be a hard-fought one. And after 3, LaVille 33, Argos 28. The nail-biter will continue with another 8 minutes after this 1-minute timeout.
Marian University's newest location, Ancilla College of Marian University. Marian's newest campus location in Plymouth is your home for an on-campus college experience. From living in the dorms to being a collegiate student athlete, Marian University is ranked 3rd most innovative Midwest university by U.S. News and World Report. For more information about our 2- or 4-year degrees, go to www.marian.edu/Ancilla. That's www.marian.edu/Ancilla.
Yes, we got him. Oh, okay. All we need is on Postgame. Kenny, October, DeFranco, Kenny. We'll go to October 1st.
Okay.
cash offer, and we'll buy your used car outright. For a great pre-owned vehicle at a great price, now's the time to see Oliver Ford Lincoln in Plymouth.
Some more of our LVH1 friends here. We've got James Carey here along with Kenny Kramer, and Mr. Florian's hidden somewhere in that picture somewhere, doing a great job tonight, part of the LVH1 crew that are also allowing us to have our radio broadcast on it tonight. Fourth quarter begins with London Kwiatkowski losing it, but bailing her out was Edison there, and LaVille resets on offense. Edison with it. Brooke will get it into the hands of Kuski. It's a 33-28 Lady Lancer advantage. Lily Smith on the right wing side, guarded by Binkley. Now to Kwiatkowski. Halen, short jumper from 10, knocked it down just outside the elbow. 35-28, LaVille.
Yeah, that's not a good matchup with her against Bollenbacher.
So now it's Redinger at the top of the key. Curls, hands it off to Binkley. Binkley brings the ball near the back volleyball line with Edison, giving her some space. Now Binkley attacks. Edison stays with her. Backdoor lead. There's Barkus, and then she ran into somebody, kicked it out. Open Dunlap to the corner. Redinger, she's open for three. In and out again for Sam. And the rebound comes to London Kwiatkowski.
Yeah, Barkus just not ready to catch that backdoor pass and shoot it. Kept her balance, though, and got a good pass out of there.
So it's going to be Lily Smith lobbing it into the middle to London. She got through, puts it up, can't get the roll. Tipped around, Binkley grabs. Argos on the run, trailing 35-28 here. This is Binkley. Gets it to the right side, Redinger. Darts in with a floater, fouled on the play. So Redinger fouled, and two shots will be coming her way at the 6:29 mark of the fourth. And, you know, if you can get points while the clock is stopped, that's a huge bonus.
Yep, Redinger, 69% free throw shooter. See what she can do here. Her team trailing by 7, 6:29 to go. Got a couple subs coming in.
She's got 10 points on the night.
Bella Stoltz will be checking in a moment as Redinger is going to fire up that free throw and knock it down. Sam, 7 games this year in double-digit scoring for the Lady Dragons. Her highest this year was 32 against Oregon Davis. Followed it actually at 26, I think, before Oregon Davis against Elkhart Christian Academy. Next free throw is going to go down, and so now it's a 35-30 game. Dragons get back on defense, looking for an important stop. Kwiatkowski, though, in the meantime, has other thoughts. She goes one-on-one, gets by Bollenbacher, finds Shirk on the right side of the basket, who banks it in. So Shirk with the bucket. Now it's 37-30 LaVille.
Yeah, just got inside position on Dunlop, and just an easy layup for Shirk again.
She's got 15 points on the night.
Yeah, just real quiet, too.
Binkley at the top of the key. Off a screen, Dunlap goes through the lane, floats it up, got the roll. Down 5 again of the Lady Dragons, 37-32. LaVille with the lead, and now the ball under 6 minutes to go in the game. Halen Kwiatkowski on that right side. Will lob it to the near wing. Catching and shooting is Brooke Edison, and that's off the mark. Right, long rebound. Nobody's going after it until finally it was close enough for Stoltz to tip to Binkley. Binkley's going to rush it. Lob it underneath, and unable to save it was Bollenbacher. Turnover Argos, and that just was not what you wanted there.
Yeah, a little too fast. Bollenbacher just not at the right angle. That's one just to pull back, and empty possession, trailing by 5. Not what you want.
Yeah, I would think Coach Jennings wants to see Redinger and Dunlap get a majority of the shots here in the fourth quarter.
It'll be Edison getting it to the middle to Shirk. Lucy couldn't find the back door to Kuski, so she'll follow her, but then she gets stopped. Skipped it over to Kuski. Starts from outside the arc, dribbles into the paint, throws up a runner. No good. Loose ball on the ground. Whistle sounds, and that's going to be a foul from behind. And once again, Kwiatkowski battling hard underneath, and that drew the attention of Bollenbacher. Both girls went down. I'll tell you, we've seen this get chippy, and it always seems to stem around Halen Kwiatkowski. She's been knocked down on the floor twice tonight.
She has 4 fouls, so she'll go out. So that's 1-1.
Yeah. So now the Lady Dragons can inch closer from the free throw line here.
And who's shooting?
Yeah, good question.
Nobody's going to the line. Bollenbacher.
Got to be Bollenbacher, yeah, I was going to say.
So Bollenbacher will go to the free throw line. We mentioned her numbers already from the charity stripe. 31% coming into tonight on a 49% free throw shooting team in Argos. That free throw good.
Nothing wrong with that form.
Nope.
Hit 2 of 3 tonight.
Can she make it 3 of 4? Couple dribbles. Yeah, she flies and got both. Big free throws for Bolenbacher there. 37-34, down to 5 minutes to go in the game in Game 2. The winner of this faces Bremen Saturday night in championship action. It's the 58th annual TCU BiCounty basketball tournament here on Max 98.3. Edison, DeKuski can't pop the 3 in the corner. Back to Brooke. Brooke sees in the lane, flips up a bank shot. Couldn't get it to roll. Stoltz grabs the board. And Bella needs some help. She'll give it to Bailey. Good screen by Bella. Allowed Binkley to get open. She got flipped from behind, no foul. Now to Stoltz. Stoltz wants to go in through some traffic. Kick to the wing. Bolenbacher to Renniger. Couldn't find a 3. London Kwiatkowski screams in her face in the approach. Now to Stoltz, who buries a big shot just inside the arc. Now it's a 1-point advantage for the Lady Lancers, 37-36.
Yeah, Stoltz has that nice little elbow jumper.
That was Stoltz's first bucket of the night.
Yeah.
On the right side, London Kwiatkowski, guarded there by Bolenbacher, goes baseline, and a blocking foul on Stoltz, and she's gone. So Bella's going to foul out. And a tough one, tough break for the Dragons there. And now it's going to be up to Barkus Morgan, young sophomore, to put in some very important 4 minutes and 10 seconds worth of time.
Thought that was a good call.
Yeah.
She just bodied her on the baseline.
She wasn't given ground and just drew that 5th foul.
It's tough if you're a Dragon fan because you obviously want her toughness on the floor.
Inbound LaVille, grabbed and a foul from behind on Dunlap. So Halen grabbed the inbound in the air, and Emma got underneath her. So that's the team 4th on Argos. Another inbound for LaVille. Shirk off the inbound, finding Edison into the corner. Lily Smith for 3, off the rim, and the rebound punched in the air by Redinger. And they're going to keep it LaVille. But instead of grabbing the ball, it was just punched by Sam there.
Yeah.
Timeout called. It'll be LaVille ball coming out of this timeout. We'll keep it here. 37-36. That's your score. 4:01 left to go here in the 4th. Hey, tonight's game brought to you in part by our good friends at Been There Dumped At. We've been a local dumpster rental service in Argos since 2017. We believe in taking care of our community, offering construction cleanup, hauling services, and trash removal. So when you're in need of trash hauling, stay local with Been There Dumped At in Argos, your residential friendly dumpsters, and like them on Facebook page. And our great friends at Swan Lake Resort. Swan Lake Resort, home of the Chop House. If you're looking for a great dinner, that is the place to go. And they got specials every week at the Chop House at Swan Lake Resort. Great to see Matt Hovermeyer earlier this week. Looking good. I'm glad to have them aboard here on our 58th annual TCU BiCounty coverage on Max 98.3.
Beautiful facility out there they have, too.
And I want to apologize to them up front for all the damage they're going to do to their course this upcoming golf season. Inbound underneath, Kwiatkowski couldn't finish. Gets the ball back, scores, and draws the foul. Halen was not quick. And here's the replay of it here. That's just all kinds of want. And that second effort did it in right there for Argos. Look how hard she went after that ball, and it just went right in for her as it was meant to be.
Yeah, just sort of outworked Dunlop down there, and that left hand paid off there. Being left-handed, turned right to the basket the second time, knocked it in. Big shot.
So, and one coming up here for Haaland. And good. That's a big play right there at the 3:58 mark. 40-36 LaVille. Barkus with the ball, finding Reniger on the right angle high. Sam curls to the elbow, kicked over to Binkley. Binkley gets to the line, no further than that. Then a pass deflected by Brooke Edison out of bounds, or Laura Edison. So it'll stay Argos ball. Bailey Binkley will be inbounding in front of her own bench for the Lady Dragons. And the pass caught by Barkus. She goes in through a seam, flipped it up, couldn't bank it in, but an offensive foul call on Barkus. And Lucy Shirk, the biggest girl on the court, took another charge tonight. Look at this. Who's afraid of taking charges? Not Lucy Shirk.
Yeah, nice job by Shirk anticipating Barkus, leaving her feet early. And that's a good call by the officials also.
That instant replay on LVH1 brought to you by TCU. Here's Kwiatkowski to Shirk in the middle, score on the short jumper. Down to 3:25 to go in the game. Now LaVille opening up a lead, 42-36. Binkley drives in right side the other way, and the Argos guard gets fouled.
Shirk with 17 points now.
Yeah, and she's making almost every shot she gets, too.
London Kwiatkowski will get called for that last LaVille foul, coming at the 3:21 mark. So a free throw coming for Binkley. Clock stopped at 3:21, and here is the free throw. No good, and the rebound comes to Shirk.
Well, that's a huge miss.
Yeah.
The front end of the 101.
Well, and to try and mostly stop momentum. Kwiatkowski with the ball to the right side. Kwiatkowski, London, looking for some help. Whistle sounds. Timeout, Coach A. Moore and the Lady Lancers of LaVille. We'll keep it here. Tomorrow night, we're back at it here on Max 98.3. We'll be here at the Delhi Cox Gymnasium for the boys semifinals round. And well, we're going to have a couple good games there, gentlemen, are we not?
Yeah, those are going to be great games, and looking forward to those calls also tomorrow. So, can I just get a cot right here?
Well, the Falcons advance to try to play for their 4th straight BiCounty championship.
Yeah, they got Triton tomorrow. And then, of course, LaVille. Looking forward to seeing them. They're actually playing well. Don't let that record fool you. They are playing much better basketball now, and it'll be a fun game when they get ready for their matchup.
Some good athletes, some good coaches, some good strategery about to happen. So, looking forward to all that.
And our buddy Jason Breeden here, he's going to get the opportunity to take on that team, and it's going to be a fun one, I'm sure. And we talked to him beforehand. He's ready to go. His boys are ready. And so we're very excited to call the boys' side of things tomorrow right here on Max 98.3. It all starts once again at 6:30 with our tip-off, 6 o'clock pregame show presented by Paladin Legacy Advisory Group. All right, here we go. LaVille will inbound left to the basket coming off the timeout with 3 minutes left. Kwiatkowski with the ball. Down she goes. Chipped up by Dunlap. Stopping the clock at 3:02.
Yeah, you got to give her some room, and as soon as people put the ball on the floor, you got to jump back away from them. And Dunlap not able to do that and got into her feet a little bit and tripped her. So 1-and-1 coming up for Kwiatkowski.
So Kwiatkowski, Halen, a senior.
She's got 5 points, Tony, in this quarter.
It's hard to believe she's just a 45%, or scratch that, she's a 75% free throw shooter. I was looking at her sister's numbers. She misses there. Shirk grabbed the ball, lost it. Barkus comes away with it, outlets to Rediger, who's down the court, lays it up, scores, and draws the foul. Whoa, what a big bucket here as we look at the TCU instant replay. It was a great pass by Barkus that led Rediger in, and it was Laura Edison, that tried to catch her from behind, but ends up getting called the foul.
Yeah, not sure how she snuck behind without somebody seeing her.
And Sam's going to knock down that free throw. And that gets the Lady Dragons a little closer with the and one, 42-39. LaVille inbounds, taken by Halen Kwiatkowski. Tight ropes the sideline despite a bump. Stops at the left block, waits for help. And pulling it out with a new call will be Kuski. That took some time off the clock, and now it's the offense that's being ran. Halen trying to use a Shirk screen, and now a bad pass, and London Kwiatkowski, her sister, couldn't save it.
Yeah, she was just a little bit in a hurry, unbalanced, and just sort of threw that one away. So big chance here for Argos, trailing by 3, 2:35 to go. Can either tie it or get within one with a bucket.
Binkley to Redinger. Redinger on the far side, back to Bailey. Argos now within reach. This is Reniger. She goes for the tie. The three on the way. Too hard. And the rebound. Shook tipped it out. And Kwiatkowski got it. And then she's fouled by Barkas. And that stops the clock at 2:18. Well, I don't know if Halen takes acting classes here at LaVille High School, but if so, let's give her an A on that one because she was hit, but she came down and all of a sudden fell down. Let's look at the replay here again. Brought to you by TCU. There's the bump it. Oh, there's the flop.
Barkas is a nice kid, too.
Kwiatkowski goes to the free throw line. And the lefty missed it. Rebound, London! But she was too far underneath and missed her shot. And back the other way, Binkley. Throws it to the far side. And dunking underneath it was Bollenbacher. And fortunate, Reniger was there. So running
you got
the
that
offense.
right, Tony. They
this is
dodged a bullet there.
Barkas just got the pass out. Bollenbacher now to Dunlap staying low, crossing through
Block.
with a Euro step and a blocking foul called on Shirk this time.
That was a block.
Yep. That's Shirk's fourth foul.
That was Bailey threw that pass. Did you see her put her hands on her head? Yeah, that shouldn't go to Bollenbacher running down the floor like that.
No.
She's not going to do anything with it except maybe dribble it out of bounds. So got to think a little bit ahead of time. Dunlop for 1-and-1.
Two.
Big free throws. Missed it. So she'll get one more. Score stays 42-39.
Argos just never able to tie it or get the lead in the last quarter.
Next free throw, that one rolls in. One possession game, 42-40. A minute 56 to go in this one. There's a pass. Kwiatkowski could not save it.
She didn't need to.
A bad pass that I think got deflected. Did it not?
Dunlop knocked it out, but Kwiatkowski tried to save it, and she didn't need to.
So I thought it did get tipped, but I wasn't quite sure. I had the official, believe it or not, blocking my view. So now the Dragons have a chance to tie. It's Bailey Binkley to Sammy Reniger. She gets it back to the top to Binkley, reverse to Sam in the corner, open for the lead. It's off the rim, no good, and the rebound. Kuski goes after, but Emma Dunlap is going to get called for a foul from behind.
Yeah, you got to do your work early on rebounding. When the ball's in the air, you got to fight for your position. And Argos is at times just sort of reaching after the ball's been rebounded and not battling for that position.
So big free throws now for the Lady Lancers. Their lead has been dwindled down to 2. And
still a 1-on-1.
Yep. Kuski is now at the free throw line.
70%er.
The first one, no. The rebound comes loose. Dunlap escapes. Kuski gets her hands in, and the jump ball gets called. So the clock stops at a minute 41, but the Lady Dragons will have possession because of the possession arrow.
Watch Reniger.
Press put on by LaVille, and coming out is Bollenbacher, outlet into Binkley. Tries to avoid a trap, stays down the left sideline, now goes in. Tried to feed it underneath, it got deflected, and LaVille gets the steal back. And so it's Kwiatkowski.
Oh, it's a block.
Fouled at midcourt. And a blocking foul, and then on a Dunlap will go against her at the minute 28 mark.
I think she just fouled out.
Yeah, Binkley just a little out of control that time on the drive, trying to get a pass in there. And LaVille doing a nice job getting back, creating the deflection, ending up with the ball. Now chance for 2 free throws for the Lancers with a 2-point lead, a minute 28 to go.
And the Lancers' best free throw shooter at the line.
Nope.
Missed it. So if she makes this one, it's still going to be a one-possession game. Well, timeout is called. Halen Kwiatkowski will come back to the line after this timeout with a free throw chance. Again, the winner of this one is going to take on the Bremen Lady Lions. They defeated New Prairie 80-62 earlier tonight.
80 points. Just still shaking my head about that one. 50 in the second half.
Hey, grow your savings with Share or IRA certificate. At TCU, you can choose from a wide range of high-yield savings certificates with guaranteed returns. You can't go wrong. Visit tcunet.com and get started today. Great crowd on hand for this girls matchup. 2-game matchup here at the Daly Cox Gymnasium. We're down to 1:28 left to go in this contest. LaVille leading 42-40. Kwiatkowski's at the free throw line, and Halen with a chance to at least make this a 3-point advantage.
Nope.
And missed it. And Argos grabs that miss. Bolenbacher to Binkley. And Argos with a chance to tie the game. Trailing 2. Binkley, and we got a whistle and a turnover by Binkley. Kusky, I believe, came out with a great defensive effort to slow her down and alter her direction, forcing her to carry the ball.
Well, that's a blocked foul on Redinger.
Is that what that is?
The referee called, yep. And it's a good call.
I missed it.
Well, you should be shooting free throws then.
No, it's player possession.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah. So the inbound at LaVille. We're down to 1:18 left. By the way, the second foul on Redinger. Kwiatkowski on the left wing side. Barkas slows her down. Kwiatkowski tried to find Shirk and went off her fingertips, but she chased it down. A new life for LaVille. Up by 2. Shirk skips it across. Halen grabs. Stackhouse gets in her grill. Now to Edison, 57 seconds. And now Argos will foul, and Redinger, who's got fouls to spare, will be the one here.
She doesn't have many. That's her 4th.
Well, they got her for 3 on the board. So whatever it is, they better get that corrected if it's not.
Edison's
3.
shooting 38%, so need one of these.
Free throw is up and no good. LaVille just not helping their cause at the free throw line here down the stretch.
Yeah, LaVille could have this game put away with some free throws,
Yeah.
but they're probably, 0 for 6 right now on those?
They're 1 for 7 this quarter.
Second free throw, short-armed it. Rebound comes to Kwiatkowski, blew the layup, got it back, goes to the other side, can't hit that either. It's tipped around, Shirk got it back. Nice save by Kusky to take it away, and now she's fouled out high by Barkas, stopping the clock at 45 seconds.
Yeah, Argos has not boxed out on free throws very well this game, and extra possession coming up just like in the Bremen game where they were able to get offensive rebounds. Kusky with 2 now.
Well, Kusky, and she will hit the front end. She's a 70% shooter coming into tonight, and that gives still a 1-possession lead at 43-40. And now one more free throw. That one's good. Now it makes it a 2-possession game, 45 ticks left on the game clock. Binkley's pass just got to Redinger. Back to Binkley. She'll push it up. Edison goes for a steal and fouled her. Coach Amor told Edison. Coach Edison told, or should say, Coach Amor told Edison that go from underneath, don't slap down.
Yeah, didn't need that foul. So chance for Binkley to cut this back to a 2-point game.
The clock stopped.
44-40.
42% shooter from the line.
And the free throw is up and good. It's been a little bit of a struggle tonight for Bailey, but she has fought through it, come up with some big plays, even though they haven't equated a lot to scoring. The second free throw, short, loose ball.
That's a lane violation.
Get it again, yeah, lane violation.
So LaVille jumps the gun, and they give Bailey an extra free throw here.
That could be huge.
So here we go. Bailey's free throw, it is up, and it is no good again. Loose ball to Edison. LaVille has 37 seconds to kill, and a foul is called here with 34.8. So, opportunities aplenty for both teams here in this fourth quarter to either put it away or get a chance to tie it up or even take a lead.
Yeah, nobody wants to knock a couple down.
So it'll be Halen Kwiatkowski at the free throw line. The lefty fires, knocks it down. That's a big free throw. Makes it now a 4-point advantage. 45-41. Second free throw. That one rolls in. 46-41. Press put on here by LaVille still. Binkley dribbles through some traffic. She goes toward the middle, dumped it off. Bolenbacher can't find a shot. Now to Redinger, to Stackhouse. Ava puts it down, try to get it into the post, and it got stripped away. Shirk winds up with it. Timeout, LaVille, with 21 seconds left.
That's their last timeout.
Yeah, you got a couple role players out there because of foul trouble, and put them in a tight position like that, and sometimes they're just not going to make the right play. And good defense again by LaVille, though, creates that turnover, and now they're in control, leading by 5 with 21 seconds to go and the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, you had 2 starters for Argos foul out, Stoltz and Dunlap.
Yep. And Dunlap was the main scorer. She had, what, 15, 17?
17
like
points, yep.
Tonight's game also brought to you in part by Making the Cut Salon. Gentlemen, ladies, and kids, there's a new salon in Plymouth, and it's the new salon specializing in men, women's, and children's haircuts. It's a talented team who knows how to pamper and provide the best haircut you'll have experienced. They're located at 2007 North Michigan, right in between Planet Fitness and Kroger. It's Making the Cut Salon. I hear they do pretty good work.
Well,
you would probably give them a little bit of run for the money, though, Mark.
I can trim my mustache. That's about it.
Inbound LaVille, and it'll be Shirk to go deep, and it'll be caught by Kwiatkowski. She's got nobody in front of her. Her layup is, oh, she missed it. Got it back and got fouled. And down goes Stackhouse as apparently
Twist an ankle?
I don't know. Can't tell right now. She's down and got her back turned to us, and
Argos foul on 10.
Reniger picked up the foul, and that's 5 on her with 16 seconds left.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened.
I don't think they're looking at her leg, and she may have caught an elbow during that rebounding fracas, but she looks like she's going to be okay. Yep, she's okay. She looked like she may have caught one right in the eye. So, down to 16 seconds left to go in this one. 46-41, LaVille with the lead. And coming in for the Lady Dragons will be Alicia Sarver. So, Alicia. At the free throw line will be Halen Kwiatkowski, who has come on down the stretch in this one for LaVille.
Guys, this will be Kwiatkowski's 8th and 9th free throw attempt of the quarter.
Yeah, and she's, what, about 50%, I think, isn't she?
She's hit 4.
That one goes down, and another free throw coming.
Well, Argos certainly had their chances. They battled back and just couldn't get over the hump, always trailing.
Both free throws good for Helen Kwiatkowski, and now it's 48-41. Argos brings the ball up in a hurry, led by Binkley. She gets through with a layup, and still he can't buy a bucket. It's been that kind of night for her. Back the other way, it's going to be handled by LaVille. Kuski goes in for the drive and fouled out high by Bolenbacher. 3 seconds left to go in the game. 48-41, LaVille with a chance to pad their lead from the line. So it looks like it'll be a LaVille and Bremen championship matchup this coming Saturday night. LaVille played Bremen back on November 9th and beat them 36-27.
We called that game.
Second free throw is good. Yeah, I think we did. So 49-41. Argos brings it up, and here's a long 3 launched, and just missing there was Sarver. And this game comes to an end. The final score, 49-41. LaVille with the win. Our championship Saturday has been set. We'll come back and talk about it as the postgame show begins after this timeout.
The financial planning, one size fits all, doesn't fit at all. That's Paladin Legacy Advisory Group, a private
Private Wealth Advisory Practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, about the exclusive, confident retirement approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach toward financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future, as well as your wants and needs of today. With a confident retirement approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, Paladin Legacy Advisory Group will help you live life and saving for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call Paladin Legacy Advisory Group today at 574-936-2571. Office is located at 919 East 9th Street, Rochester, 401 East Jefferson Street, Plymouth, and 511 East Colfax Street, South Bend, Indiana. The confident retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
You have a nice house, but you may want to think about
I know my roof needs some attention.
A&M did that for me and saved me so much.
Well, I'm going to do gutters and soffits too, so that I can.
A&M did that for me, so I'm glad.
And I'm going to check in new siding and windows and doors.
A&M Home Services gave me the best quote, so we.
Oh, dang, more rain.
Yeah, your roof.
Oh, the basement. Every time it rains, I get water.
A&M Home Services can take care of that for me.
Come over here. Come on this side here so the other guys can.
Now just hold on. Make one call.
Thanks, babe. Nice win.
He's right. A&M has you covered from roof to basement with top 40 products and service that they stand behind. With 35 local crews, there's probably one in your neighborhood right now. The website is callamnow.com.
Okay, who is that? A&M Home Services. Got it. A&M Home Services. They have me covered.
Who doesn't like pizza, right? But have you tried the pizza at Bourbon Street Pizza lately?
Got another gutty
Fresh ingredients
performance
and a
out
new
of
pizza
Palin
sauce
again.
recipe. It's like a slice of heaven each and every time you take a bite. And now there's 16 new style of pizzas for you to choose from on the menu. And let's not forget the mouth-watering wings or their 5 different pasta dishes to choose from. Bourbon Street Pizza with area locations in Plymouth, Culver, Argos, Walkerton, Napanee, and in Bourbon. If you're looking for a quick and delicious dinner for the entire family to enjoy, look no further than a Bourbon Street Pizza location near you.
Right now. Welcome back here to our post-game show, as it's brought to you by our good friends at Bourbon Street Pizza. At Bourbon Street Pizza, if you like pizza, you'll love Bourbon Street Pizza. Pleasure to welcome in Coach Amore of the LaVille Lady Lancers. This was a piece of cake, wasn't it?
Not at all. Argos is a really good team. They have some offensive threats, as we saw from the three-point line. They're a tough team to guard. They can really put the ball on the floor and shoot. Same with Bremen, which is who we have on Saturday. So not an easy win, but it was a good win for us.
Coach, you probably feel fortunate because you were just 8 of 16 from the foul line in the fourth quarter, but you don't get style points. It's all about survive and advance, right?
Yeah, very fortunate. And part of that is, if you can go down and keep making stops defensively, then you can shoot poorly from the free throw line, and the girls did that. We are going to shoot free throws tomorrow, that's for sure. But yeah, we were very fortunate.
How about Kwiatkowski? I mean, she was terrific for you, I thought. Had 13 points, but did so many things underneath the basket.
Absolutely. She found Lucy really well on those baseline drives. She found her in the middle of the lane. She scored when she needed to score. She just continues to be our solid player, continues to be our rock. Her and Lucy both. And then, Michaela, she's a dog defensively. I mean, she just works. And so those three are really leading us right now.
Yeah, you don't really have to. It seems like you have to coach effort out of these groups. They just play hard they didn't take a play off the whole game.
No, they do not. That is one thing about this group. I keep telling people I walked into a good group. That's not something that I've had 4 years to coach. That's just the girls. That's just who they are, and that's an attribute to them.
You guys always hang your hat on defense. The final 2 minutes, it's a 42-40 game, and you outscore them 7-1. Was defense the name of the game then?
Yeah, I believe so. Had to call that timeout. Probably raise my voice a little more than I want to at times. And they did a good job locking in, taking the feedback, and got out on their shooters.
Well, nice win tonight, my friend, and we'll see you championship Saturday, and have a good day of practice.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Coach Amore joining us here on our post-game show, and it's presented by our good friends at Bourbon Street Pizza. Coming up next, we're going to get the opportunity to take a look at our play of the game, and we got our players of the game also coming up as we welcome you to the Bourbon Street Pizza post-game show live from the Delhi Cox Gymnasium at the 58th Annual TCU BiCounty Tournament, and we continue with more after this timeout.
Heating, cooling in Plymouth has
it was late in the fourth quarter.
In northern Indiana, serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko counties since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating.
Yeah, what's your play of the game?
The Krakowski three-point play where she got a rebound and put it back in and was fouled somewhere with about maybe 3 or 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
3:58.
3:58 to go in the fourth quarter. Yeah, she got a
3:58.
PHC.com for complete service information. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, the area's top York brand dealer. Johnson Danielson Funeral Home has been established in the community of Plymouth since 1879, and its staff is committed to providing care that goes beyond the expected in serving today's families who call
Good work.
County their home. We welcome families seeking options and alternative ways to pay tribute to someone. From burial packages to pre-planning to planning a checklist. Jim and Terry Weldy, along with the professionally caring staff, are available to assist your family 24 hours a day by simply calling 574-936.
You can call that play of the game.
Or visit their website at www.johnson-danielson.com for a complete list of services. Johnson Danielson Funeral Home, service beyond expectation.
Final score, 49-41. LaVille holds on and advances to the championship of the 58th Annual TCU BiCounty Tournament. Hi again, everyone. Welcome back to the postgame show. Tony Ross, Mark Hayden, and Doug Griffiths, along with our great friends at LVH1 that have done a magnificent job here tonight in bringing you the second round of the girls' action. We'll have the second round of the boys tomorrow night, and we'll get things started at 6 o'clock with a radio pregame show right here on Max 98.3. Time now for our play of the game. And our play of the game is brought to you by our good friends at Johnson Danielson Funeral Home. At Johnson Danielson Funeral Home, it's always service beyond expectation. And guys, where you want to go with our play of the game honor?
Yeah, it came when the Lancers needed it the most with them hanging on to a 37-36 lead. You might remember Halen Kwiatkowski gets a rebound and puts it back in, was fouled, converted the traditional three-point play to put her team up 40-36 with, like I said, 3:58 to go in the game. And although Argos would get within 2 the rest of the way, never closer. So that was gigantic, that three-point play with her team leading by just 1 point. So Kwiatkowski is our play of the game tonight.
And the TCU instant replay as well. So we appreciate LVH1 finding that up and just timing perfect. Man, we can't wait to work with these guys tomorrow night as well. When we come back, we'll have our players of the game, and it's coming up after this timeout.
Who'd you say? Dunlap?
Oh, yeah.
Selections in northern Indiana. We know that you can visit any number of dealerships.
Not Shrek.
Not Shrek, but
sorry, it's a little bit of my tongue. I don't know how you do it, Tony.
Florian, that's amazing. That's just fantastic. That's just fantastic, dude.
It's ESPN-ish.
Yeah. LV-ESPN, right?
There you go.
Special car you're looking for. The Auto Park Chevrolet Buick GMC in Plymouth. Come see the value.
Welcome back to the post-game show presented by our good friends at Bourbon Street Pizza. Time now for our players of the game presented by the Auto Park. They have the largest selection of new and used vehicles in Marshall County. Financing's available. Check out their locations at the Auto Park Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC locations. Come see the value for yourself at the Auto Park. And guys, player of the game for the Argos Lady Dragons.
Yeah, we're going to go with Emma Dunlap. She, although she fouled out, she had 17 points to tie for game-high honors in the scoring department. 10 of those coming in the second half. Too bad she fouled out. Probably would have eclipsed 20 points. But Emma Dunlap, 17 points, is our Argos player of the game.
And for the victorious LaVille Lady Lancers.
Yeah, Lucy Shirk was, dynamite. Mark talked in the pregame about how he felt she'd be a handful, and that she was. Really was critical inside and, kept some possessions alive with her offensive rebounding and really turned it on in the second half. Just like Dunlap, she too had 10 points in the final half to finish with game high tying honors with 17 points. So Lucy Shirk, our LaVille player of the game.
So they are brought to you by our great friends at the Auto Park. The Auto Park Group, we appreciate them. They have the largest selection of new and used vehicles in Marshall County. Financing is always available. Check out their locations at the Auto Park Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC locations, and come see the value for yourself at the Auto Park. When we come back, we wrap it up here from the Daly Cox Gymnasium as, again, the final score in Game 2 ends up being 49-41 in favor of the Lady Lancers, 80-62 Bremen over New Prairie. We'll talk about both teams that have advanced to the championship after this timeout. Yeah, we're good. Well, we'll go back on again.
Operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's.
Marshall County Fiber is a partnership between the Marshall County REMC and RTC Fiber Communications. Fiber is the fastest internet around. New technologies developed each day to digitize much of our daily routine. But over time, adding devices to your home network leads to slower connections. With a gigabyte internet, you'll be ready for anything. Visit marshallfiber.com or call or text at 574-223-2191 to see if Marshall County Fiber is available in your neighborhood.
Welcome back here to the Daly Cox Gymnasium. Again, the final score in Game 2 ends up being 49-41. And in the first game, it was Bremen, 80-62 winners over New Prairie. Hi again, everyone. Along with our LVH1 viewers, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And we'll have our friends at LVH1 join us on the broadcast as well tomorrow so you can catch the radio call on video. That's right. Our good friends at LVH1 have done an amazing job, and we hope you folks were able to enjoy it. But the stage is set for the championship game. This Bremen team looked good. Probably performed one of their better games of the season.
Yeah, probably their best game of the year. You score 80 points. Not sure you're going to be able to do that again in a season. And they got off to a good start against that zone by New Prairie in the first quarter. Made a lot of easy shots, not much pressure on them. Then Coach Litka switched up to a man-to-man, and they struggled. I think they only scored 9 points in that second quarter. And then turned the ball over the first 3 times in the second half when New Prairie was just burning the nets off for, I think they had like 11 points in a row and had a nice run. And then I don't know what really happened, but Bremen just got on fire with everything going in offensively and ended up scoring 80 points. A lot of those down the stretch on free throws, but they played a great game.
Well, I'll tell you what happened, Mark, was Foster torched the nets for 13 points there in the third quarter alone and en route to her 31-point performance. And you talk about free throws, and we talked about it in the pregame show, how vital it was going to be if the Lions were to knock off New Prairie's to get to the charity stripe. That they did, and they knocked down 22 of 33 freebies. So Foster and Moyer led the way. We talked about Foster's 31. Moyer had 19, 50 of the 80, and obviously that'll be a focal point of LaVille's preparation to try to slow those two down.
Plus, they were 16 of 20 on free throws in the
fourth quarter.
Fourth
exactly.
quarter alone.
Yeah.
Well, and then, of course, Game 2, we saw this LaVille Lady Lancer team prevail, pure effort by both teams, actually. But this Lady Lancer team, I told you can't give them an inch because they'll take a mile. And tonight, I think, was one of those classic cases.
Yeah, they just play hard the whole game. They do not take possessions off. It's not the prettiest basketball, but they play so hard. They get loose balls. They play good defense, and then they rebound really well. And Lucy Shirk just sort of round the middle all the time. She had to make 80% of her shots tonight, and she rebounded well. And then her teammates obviously just play their roles to a T.
And Kwiatkowski and Shirk are going to be a handful for Bremen, no doubt about it. I mean, tonight they combined for 30 points and were just quite the 1-2 punch on the glass. So, again, if you look at for a Bremen preparation, I would think at the top of their list is, hey, ladies, we got to hold our own on the glass. You saw what happened to Argos as a result of, really LaVille having their way with the Dragons in the rebounding department.
So the championship Saturday is good for this coming Saturday between the Bremen Lady Lions and the LaVille Lady Lancers. Boys, tomorrow night, and guys, we got a couple of good ones that are going to be taking place. Triton at 7-4, taking on 8-5, John Glenn. Both teams kind of hitting your stride, depending on which coach you talk to, but two really good teams are going to go at it again. We did their regular season matchup earlier where John Glenn got the win and won rather handily, 52-27. Not quite sure we will see that same kind of score tomorrow night, but we're going to see some good players really on the court.
Yeah, some interesting matchups tomorrow, and Glenn, I believe, has won 6 of their last 7. Have they played since the St. Joe game?
Yeah, just the opener.
Just the opener.
Okay.
They beat New Prairie.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
BiCounty,
So they're 7 of their last 8 on wins and definitely have gotten better since the Thanksgiving break, and looking forward to calling that game against Triton for the second time this year.
Yeah, and Tony talked about that game that we did over at the Trojan Trench, and we all feel that it's a better John Glenn basketball team. Guys that know their roles a lot better, and Bryson Hanna's, playing like the Bryson Hanna we thought he would play, and now they have their confidence up. So, Triton's going to have to play very good basketball, limit their turnovers, and, of course, shoot very well if they're going to, I believe, make a game of it.
And then, of course, we got Argos and LaVille renewing the rivalry. And, again, these two teams have they've gone at it tooth and nail every time they meet one another, and it's going to be no different there. We saw their earlier season game against one another, and it was Michael Edison against the Edison disciple and Jason Breeden. I'm telling you, folks, you're not going to want to miss this coming game, these two games tomorrow night, man. It's going to be a thrill here at the Dale E.
Yeah, hugs and kisses until the ball goes up.
Yep.
Those kids, those young men will battle tooth and nail to the end, and so will their team. So looking forward to that game.
Yeah, that'll be a dogfight. Again, LaVille, and I'm sure they will. The Edisons always do, but they'll have to do a good job on J.J. Morris for starters, and that should really be a great game. I mean, if you like competitive, hard-nosed basketball, in-your-face defense, intensity. Not that the Triton Glen game won't, because that'll be intense too, and this place will be hopping tomorrow night. It always is on Friday night of the boys' semifinals. So I know what we always look forward to most in our broadcast, these next 2 nights. It doesn't get any better than that.
Well, boys, ready to have some more fun?
Absolutely.
And some more good food tomorrow?
Can we fast forward to it?
I'm going to stay
Just
the night
Friday,
in the hospitality room.
Yeah, that was some good eats.
So Saturday's set for the girls' side of things. It will be Bremen taking on the LaVille Lady Lancers, the host team, and then the boys' game will be decided tomorrow night. And it all starts at 6 o'clock with our pregame show live here from the Daly Cox Gymnasium. And then 2 very entertaining games still to come.
I'm going to start a petition to get the BiCounty as another national holiday.
I agree.
Yes. Yeah.
I agree. I think every fan that comes to this place would agree with you on that, too. All right, so until tomorrow night, right back here at the Daly Cox Gymnasium for the 58th Annual TCU BiCounty Basketball Tournament for our great friends at LVH1. If you can't make it to the game, make sure you tune in to LVH1, and they'll be happy to, we'll be happy to entertain you. And I'll tell you, they do such an amazing job. We are very fortunate to be working with them once again for one of the most prestigious tournaments in the state of Indiana. So if you can't make it to the game, you got that outlet to do it. And if you can't be near a TV, make sure you can tune in to Max 98.3 FM or also on our website to hear it worldwide at max983.net, and then click Max Live and you get us there from all over the world. So for our friends at LVH1, Doug Griffiths, Mark Hayden, Tony Ross, Jason Metka back at the Max 98.3 studios doing another superb job. We will see you bright and early tomorrow morning on the Max Morning Show with sports, and then back at it here for more TCU basketball BiCounty action. So long, everybody. Hey, don't go anywhere, guys. Put your headsets on.